हेलो। हाँ, बताइए। हुँ, हुँ, हुँ,
ଫୋନଟା ଆସି ମୋହର ଦେଇ ପଳେଇଲେ ତାପରେ ଆମ ପାଖରେ କଣ ରହିଲା ଯେ ସେ ଅଛି ବୋଲି ତେଣୁ ଆମେ ତ ଦେଇଦେଇ ପାରିବା କେତେ ସୁବିଧା ଅସୁବିଧା ଆମେ କହିଦେଇ ପାରିବା ନା ସେ ସେଦିନ ଆସିଥିଲା
देखने लगे होंगे ना आप तो हम
देखिए से कौन होची के
आपकी तो
हमें जो हिसाब रे
हो गई
नौचो से सुपरवाइजर तार अलगा हिसाब रे नौचो
क्वेश्चन से कौन हिसाब नौचे हमर सेटा फरक नहीं मो पॉइंट होचे हमर अटना स्टेटमेंट मेंटेन करछंती हम अटना स्टेटमेंट ठीक हो दरकार से कौन करछ से
वीसी सर वो उन्हीं के उसमें सिस्टम में कुछ
हमें दायी में ना
करना पड़ेगा
देखो
जाके
हाँ हेलो हाँ
उनको लिंक भेज दिए हैं ना
हेलो हाँ मिस्टर पटेल
हाँ तो मेल पर डाल के और और लैपटॉप है कि नहीं उनको क्या अच्छा मेरा नेट नेट दे दिया हाँ
हाँ, पटेल जी।
मैं तभी होस्ट कर सकता हूँ जब मैं आप वाले उससे ओपन करूंगा मैं स्ट्रीम यार्ड, तभी कर सकता हूँ, है ना। वो चूंकि आपने जिस ईमेल आईडी से एंटर किया होगा ना, इसका बनाया होगा ब्रॉडकास्ट, केवल वही होस्ट कर सकता है, ऐड कर सकता है, रिमूव कर सकता है। हाँ तो गए दांत साफ दिख रहे हैं, डॉक्टर एस के दास।
हेलो मिस्टर पटेल।
हाँ गुड मॉर्निंग सर।
गुड मॉर्निंग। कैन यू सी मी?
Yes,
झा
sir.
सर, गुड मॉर्निंग।
Good morning, good morning. This is
कैन
again
यू
new
सी मी एंड
software.
हियर मी?
हाँ एकदम सर, आवाज और एक मिनट में अपना,
पिक्चर क्लियर आ रहा है ना?
यस सर एकदम क्लियर है।
अच्छा, सपोज प्लीज लेट मी नो आल्सो इफ यू कैन सी माय स्क्रीन। प्लीज लेट मी नो।
हाँ शेयर स्क्रीन पे करेंगे सर तो आ जाएगा।
हाँ हाँ, मैं देखता हूँ थोड़ा सा।
जस्ट नीचे दिख रहा होगा आपके वो हॉरिजॉन्टल बार है जिसमें म्यूट, स्टॉप कैम, कैम माइक, शेयर स्क्रीन, लीव स्टूडियो लिखा है, तो शेयर स्क्रीन से करेंगे तो हो जाएगा। हैव यू सी सर शेयर स्क्रीन ऑप्शन?
हाँ हाँ, आई हैव सीन इट, आई हैव शेयर्ड आल्सो। नाउ कैन यू सी द स्क्रीन?
ओके नो सर, अभी मैं बोलता हूँ उनको, अखिलेश जी को, वो ऐड करेंगे आपके प्रेजेंटेशन की स्ट्रीम को, तब वो दिखेगा।
हाँ हाँ हाँ, एग्जैक्टली।
एक मिनट मैं बोलता हूँ उनको। एक्चुअली जी हैं, एक मिनट वेट कीजिएगा सर, थोड़ा उनका फोन बिजी जा रहा है।
राइट राइट। And also please add Dr. Jha also. He has to also share his
यस सर।
screen.
हाँ डॉक्टर झा साहब दिख रहे हैं।
हाँ हाँ, उनका स्क्रीन भी शेयर करना होगा।
हाँ हाँ बस वो,
आपने नया
it is a very simple process sir, just you have to click on share
हाँ, we
screen,
have shared. We have
then
shared.
हाँ we will add you at a screen, then your screen is displayed on all platform। हेलो डॉक्टर साहब, डॉक्टर दास साहब ने अपना प्रेजेंटेशन के लिए शेयर स्क्रीन किया है, तो आप देखिए आपके वो नीचे वो डॉक्टर साहब के नाम के साथ एक बॉक्स आ रहा होगा, उसको ऐड कर दीजिए तो उनका स्क्रीन दिखने लगेगा सभी जगह। हाँ जैसे आपने ऐड स्ट्रीम किया था ना अभी मेरे उसके लिए, सिमिलरली डॉक्टर दास साहब ने अपना शेयर स्क्रीन किया है, तो आप देखिए स्ट्रीम उसको भी ऐड करना होगा, तब वो दिखेगा उनका स्क्रीन नीचे। अच्छा सर का चालू कराइए फिर आ जाइए, है ना, या आप अगर नहीं हो पाए तो फिर मैं यहाँ से फिर वो करूँ, है ना। आप पहले सर का चालू कराइए, नहीं हो पाएगा तो फिर मैं कर दूंगा, वो फिर पूरा बंद करना पड़ेगा ना फिर से। ठीक है कराइए।
नहीं हो जाना चाहिए।
हो जाएगा सर, अभी बस जस्ट वो वीसी साहब के पास गए हैं डॉक्टर अखिलेश जी,
हाँ ठीक है,
उनको भी ऐड करने के लिए।
कोई बात नहीं।
जी जी जी। डॉक्टर झा साहब को आवाज आ रही होगी सर? गुड मॉर्निंग सर।
गुड मॉर्निंग, गुड मॉर्निंग।
हाँ,
मेरा स्क्रीन आपको दिखाई दे रहा है?
यस सर बिल्कुल एकदम। थोड़ा लाइट का इशू है सर आपके यहाँ, शायद चेहरे पे लाइट कम पड़ रहा है।
नहीं वो तो ठीक है, ये स्क्रीन नहीं दिखाई दे रहा।
दिख रहा है चेहरे पे लाइट कम पड़ रही है सर, चेहरे पे आपकी जो भी लाइट आपके रूम में
हाँ वो तो मैं उल्टा ये पावर पॉइंट आपको दिख रही है?
नहीं अभी सर वो अखिलेश सिंह जी आ रहे हैं उसको होस्ट करने के लिए, तब वो ऐड करेंगे तब दिखेगा सर। अभी आपका स्क्रीन आप दिख रहे हैं बढ़िया से?
नहीं ये तो बता रहा है स्क्रीन हमारा ले लिया है उसने।
हाँ नहीं वो हम यहाँ से ऐड करेंगे सर तब वो सबको दिखेगा।
चलिए
हाँ, बस 2 मिनट और वेट कीजिए सर प्लीज।
ये नया सॉफ्टवेयर है, हम लोग तो अभी तक माइक्रोसॉफ्ट टीम, जूम
हाँ
और
एक्चुअली क्या है सर, 5,000 से ज्यादा पार्टिसिपेंट्स हो गए हैं।
अच्छा
हाँ उन्होंने 5,000 से अबव लोगों ने रजिस्ट्रेशन कराया है। ऐसी स्थिति में क्या है कि आप यहाँ इस स्ट्रीम को यूट्यूब पे लाइव चलेगा सर, 5,000 7,000 8,000 जितने लोग देखना चाहें देखते रहेंगे।
वो तो उस समय भी कर सकते थे।
हाँ अब इसमें क्या होता है कि प्रसारण हम यूट्यूब पे करेंगे सर, अपना जो भी करेंगे यहाँ।
हाँ हाँ
हाँ वो बिल्कुल वैसा ही हो गया टेलीविजन जैसा कि स्टूडियो में प्रोग्राम चल रहा है और सभी टेलीविजन पे उसका प्रसारण हो रहा है।
लेकिन एक साथ स्क्रीन पे कितने दिखेंगे?
जी
एक साथ स्क्रीन पे कितने लोग दिखेंगे?
6 लोग सर।
6 लोग ही।
यस सर। हाँ डॉक्टर साहब लैपटॉप उनसे ले लो ना, वो क्या बोलते हैं डॉक्टर केवी सिंह से। केवी सिंह नहीं आए? हाँ 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 तो कैसा करें फिर? हाँ हाँ शेयर स्क्रीन कर दीजिए, ऐड स्क्रीन। नहीं नहीं आप शेयर मत करिए, डॉक्टर दास साहब ने शेयर किया है तो आप नीचे वो जहां से ऐड स्ट्रीम करते हैं ना, तो स्क्रीन वाला भी आएगा ऐड स्क्रीन के लिए। तो उन्होंने किया नहीं, इसका मतलब शेयर स्क्रीन वहां वो तो रिमूव भी हो गए शायद।
मेरा तो शेयर स्क्रीन किया हुआ है, मेरा करके देखिए।
डॉक्टर झा साहब का देखिए शेयर स्क्रीन किए हैं, और नीचे पट्टी में दिख रहा होगा सर, झा साहब का एक नाम और दिख रहा होगा। हाँ तो वो दूसरे वाले को भी ऐड कर दीजिए, स्क्रीन दिखने लगेगा। हाँ ये करिए, अभी नहीं किए, ऐड करिए। सर शेयर स्क्रीन पे क्लिक कीजिए सर।
नहीं मेरा तो शेयर स्क्रीन है, इट्स ऑलरेडी देयर। राजत इज आस्किंग
शेयर स्क्रीन किया हुआ है।
नहीं नहीं ऐसे नहीं सर, वो प्रेजेंटेशन करने के लिए क्या करना होगा, आप अपने नीचे शेयर स्क्रीन पे क्लिक करेंगे, एक डायलॉग बॉक्स डिस्प्ले होगा सर, उस डायलॉग बॉक्स के शेयर बटन पे क्लिक कर दीजिए। उस स्क्रीन पे क्लिक करेंगे तो शेयर बटन एक्टिवेट हो जाएगा, और फिर शेयर पे क्लिक कीजिए।
नहीं, for me it is showing that I have already shared my screen and audio. Only thing is that maybe somebody will accept me or allow me.
डॉक्टर अखिलेश जी, अच्छा एक और जुड़ गए हैं, डॉक्टर नचिकेत कोटवाली वाले। अखिलेश जी एक मिनट, क्या बंद करके करेंगे या फिर मैं यहाँ से होस्ट करूं?
Good morning, Nachiket.
गुड मॉर्निंग
नहीं लेकिन वो फिर बंद हो जाएगा आपका ब्रॉडकास्ट यार।
मेरा दिख रहा है कि नहीं? हेलो
कौन सर लोगों को? नहीं 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 वो तो वही चलेगा, वो उससे कोई दिक्कत नहीं है। एक काम करो, आप मुझे उसके क्रेडेंशियल भेज दो। पासवर्ड तो आप दिए वो मुझे, है ना?
नए
मैं
नए प्लेटफॉर्म्स सब कुछ सीखना।
ये स्टॉप, ये हमारा स्क्रीन दिख रहा है कि नहीं? नहीं आ रहा है।
नहीं आपका स्क्रीन नहीं दिख रहा है ना, दास साहब का भी नहीं दिख रहा है।
अभी मैं सर मैं आपको पूरा वो करता हूँ सर, अभी हो जाएगा, 2 मिनट वेट कीजिए प्लीज।
अच्छा
हमें तो आ रहा है स्टॉप शेयरिंग आ रहा है आ रहा है।
मेरा स्क्रीन दिख रहा है क्या कुछ?
ना
नहीं ना,
ना
मेरा
ना
भी
कुछ है गड़बड़।
शेयरिंग में दिया है मैंने।
हाँ शेयरिंग में देते हैं, नीचे आ जाता है स्टॉप शेयरिंग, लेकिन दिखता नहीं है।
हाँ, अच्छा, तो ये तो गड़बड़ है। अब इसमें भी वो बता रहे थे, अभी आप पूछे तो बताया ना कि 8 लोग दिख सकते हैं एक बार में, तो फिर तो क्या मतलब हुआ? इससे अच्छा तो माइक्रोसॉफ्ट टीम्स है, फिर उसमें
हाँ
9
वो
दिख
तो
जाए।
बहुत अच्छा है, ज़्यादा ज़्यादा है उसमें काफ़ी।
नहीं, उसमें भी 9 दिखते हैं, उससे ज़्यादा नहीं दिखते हैं। सच तो ये है कि अभी जूम से बेहतर कोई है नहीं, लेकिन अब वो अपनी इच्छा नहीं है जूम चलाने की।
नहीं नहीं, थोड़ा तकलीफ तो सहना पड़ेगा यदि खुददार बनना है तो।
सही बात, सही।
हाँ।
अब वो वीडियो करके एक इन्होंने एप्लीकेशन बनाया है, एनआईसी वाले उसको कर रहे हैं, वीडियो को।
नहीं
उस दिन,
सीडैक वाले भी कर रहे हैं, उसका टेस्टिंग कर रहा है मिनिस्ट्री अभी।
अच्छा अच्छा,
मिनिस्ट्री है कि अब पूरे कंट्री के लिए सीडैक से बनवाया है, उसका अभी टेस्टिंग चल रहा है कंट्री में। तो हो
अच्छा।
सकता है कुछ दिन के बाद वो अपना कहे, फोर्सफुली कहे ये इसी पे करना है ऑफिशियल सारा।
नहीं, कोई गलत नहीं होगा। एनआईसी ने अभी
हाँ
वीडियो वीडियो नाम से एक शुरू किया है, एनआईसी ने।
हाँ
अभी
हाँ।
उसके सेक्रेटरी आईसीआर के साथ में उसमें मीटिंग कर रहे थे। उसमें सबसे बड़ा लिमिटेशन क्या है कि जब आप स्क्रीन शेयर करते हैं अपना, तो आपको बाकी लोग कोई भी नहीं दिखते ना, आप खुद दिखते हो। तो आपको समझ में नहीं आता कि लोग कोई सुन रहा है कि नहीं।
हाँ मज़ा नहीं आता ना उसमें फिर।
अरे मेरे साथ बड़ा गड़बड़ हो गया उस दिन। मैं प्रेजेंटेशन पूरा खत्म कर दिया, उसके बाद पता चला कि बीच में ही वो लिंक टूट गई थी। मैं यहाँ पे प्रेजेंट कर रहा था। मुझे अपने आप पे शर्म आ रही थी बाद में कि आई वाज जस्ट डूइंग प्रेजेंटेशन, कोई सुनने वाला ही नहीं था।
अब वो लोग बताया भी नहीं, कोई किसी को
हाँ,
बताना
वो
तो
बताया
चाहिए।
भी नहीं। अच्छा, वो भी समझे होंगे कि लिंक टूट गई तो मुझे मेरा बंद हो गया होगा यहाँ पे, लेकिन यहाँ पे वो वीडियो बंद नहीं हुआ था। बंद भी हो गया था तो क्या है, मेरा तो प्रेजेंटेशन चल रहा था ना, मैं तो पावर पॉइंट चला रहा
हाँ
था। हाँ, तो मुझे थोड़ी पता चल रहा है कि पावर पॉइंट चल रहा है और वीडियो बंद हो गया करके।
अच्छा डॉक्टर साहब और नचिकेत, मैं
हाँ,
दोनों से थोड़ा सा पहले से एक्सक्यूज मांग लेता हूँ। मुझे एक्चुअली क्या है ना, 10:30 बजे से एक इम्पोर्टेंट यूनिवर्सिटी एक्शन प्लान मीटिंग है, सो
हाँ,
शायद मैं आप लोगों को सुन नहीं पाऊंगा।
तो 1:30
सो
बजे
प्लीज
वापस आओ।
प्लीज एक्सक्यूज मी फॉर दैट। मैं एक्चुअली क्या है, दिन भर का मीटिंग है, सो 1:30 बजे वहां से भाग भाग के आऊंगा, थोड़ा सा यहाँ पे ये करके फिर 2:30 बजे भागना है।
चलो, कोई बात नहीं, चलता है।
मुझे मुझे खुद ही असल है, मखाना का पहले बार कोई सेमिनार वेमिनार करवा रहा है।
अच्छा,
और 1 महीना से वो पीछे पड़ा हुआ था। अब मैं कहा यार, तो कहा आज ही हम इसका भी।
हेलो
ये किसका शेयर हो गया?
हेलो।
ये
हाँ
मेरा
हाँ,
वाला हो गया
दिस इज
क्या?
माय स्क्रीन, दिस इज माय स्क्रीन। गुड, हाँ
अच्छा,
सत्य के गुड। हाँ, दिस इज माय स्क्रीन व्हिच इज बीइंग शेयर्ड। ओके,
ओके।
सो गुड।
पावर पॉइंट तो चालू करो।
हाँ, एक मिनट एक मिनट एक मिनट एक मिनट। वेयर इज माय पावर पॉइंट?
नंदा साहब वेटिंग रूम में बैठे हुए हैं शायद।
नहीं नहीं, वो चैट का है पता। हाँ अच्छा, 4 ही लोग हैं ना।
हाँ नचिकेत, कैन यू सी द पावर पॉइंट?
यस।
हाँ, लेकिन फुल स्क्रीन नहीं हुआ है।
हाँ
हाँ,
ठीक
अब
है
हो
ना,
गया, अब हो गया,
फुल
हाँ
स्क्रीन हो
ठीक
गया
है।
ना? अच्छा चलो ठीक है,
हाँ,
गुड।
चलो अब आप अपना स्टॉप शेयरिंग करो, मैं कोशिश
नहीं
करता हूँ
नहीं,
एक बार।
यहाँ फुल स्क्रीन कैसे करेंगे?
संजय, आप अपना स्क्रीन शेयरिंग बंद कर दो। हाँ, मैं देखता हूँ स्क्रीन शेयर होता है क्या, तो लेट अस सी। हो रहा है क्या?
ना,
नहीं हो रहा है?
नहीं नहीं हो रहा है।
आपके क्लिक करके और शेयर बटन पे क्लिक कर दीजिए।
अच्छा, उस पर क्लिक करके शेयर बटन पे क्लिक करें।
हाँ, शेयर बटन पे।
अच्छा, एक मिनट। शेयर, ये शेयर नहीं, अब तो शेयर बटन पे तो क्लिक हो गया है।
एक मिनट सर, अब देखता हूँ।
यू आर इन।
नचिकेत सर का आ रहा है सर ऐड स्ट्रीम करने के लिए, ये मैंने कर दिया नचिकेत सर का।
अच्छा, आपको ऐड करना है वहां से, तब हो पाएगा।
हाँ हाँ, अभी आपका आया नहीं ना सर हमारे पास।
हाँ, तो मैं फिर अब जैसे ये पावर पॉइंट कर रहा हूँ, तो ये पावर पॉइंट आप लोग को दिख रहा है?
नहीं नहीं सर, अभी आप पावर पॉइंट मत करिएगा।
हाँ,
अभी आप पावर पॉइंट बंद कर दीजिए। आपका
हाँ।
जो स्ट्रीम यार्ड पे जो क्या बोलते हैं वो दिख रहा होगा, शेयर स्क्रीन ऑप्शन।
हाँ,
उस शेयर स्क्रीन पे आप क्लिक करेंगे तो आपके
बिल्कुल।
कंप्यूटर में एक डायलॉग बॉक्स डिस्प्ले होगा, उसके
राइट।
ऊपर कहीं भी क्लिक कर दीजिए तो शेयर बटन एक्टिवेट हो जाएगा। फिर आप शेयर बटन पे क्लिक कर दीजिए तो आपका स्क्रीन
वो-
शेयर हो जाएगा।
वो-
हम
वो
यहाँ
सब
से आपकी स्क्रीन को ऐड कर देंगे।
वो सब कर चुके हैं। हाँ, ये कर दिया मैंने। अब आपको वहां से ऐड करना पड़ेगा मुझे।
नहीं आया नहीं सर स्क्रीन। हाँ,
नहीं
एक
आया होगा। एक मिनट,
नहीं,
देखिए।
मुझे सिर्फ नचिकेत सर का दिख रहा है।
हाँ, मैं अपनी बात कर रहा हूँ। हाँ,
नचिकेत सर का आ रहा है।
हाँ, कीजिए ना उसको।
एक मिनट
Accept-
सर, देख रहा हूँ।
उसको ब्रॉडकास्ट कीजिए।
एक मिनट सर, एक मिनट। डॉक्टर दास साहब, हाँ अब आया सर। एक मिनट सर, एक मिनट। डॉक्टर एस के राव भी आ गए हैं। गुड मॉर्निंग सर।
गुड मॉर्निंग पटेल।
गुड मॉर्निंग सर।
भेजे कर रही है पटेल।
यस सर। डॉक्टर सर, नचिकेत सर्वर का स्क्रीन आ रहा है सर। डॉक्टर साहब आपका नहीं आ रहा, झा साहब का।
जहाँ साहब आप भी शेयर कर दीजिए।
कर तो दिया था, देता हूँ, कई बार हो नहीं रहा है तो क्या करूँ।
फिर से एक बार कीजिए, देखिए। मेरे ख्याल से हम लोग सब अपना स्क्रीन शेयर दे दें। वो वहाँ पे जो कंसोल है, होस्ट है, वो
हाँ,
कंट्रोल
वो हम सब कर लेंगे सर।
वो किसका दिखाना है, किसका नहीं
आया,
दिखाना।
देखो देखो आया कि नहीं आया।
हाँ, अब आया सर।
लेकिन ये साथ साथ नहीं होता, फिर हमारा फोटो नहीं दिखेगा।
हाँ, वो जब तक आप प्रेजेंट करेंगे सर तब तक भर नहीं दिखेगा, उसके बाद दिखना। हमको दिख रहा है आपका फोटो।
ये तो सबसे बड़ी गड़बड़ है। सुनने वालों का रिएक्शन नहीं मिल रहा ना।
हाँ, थोड़ा जूम प्रोवाइड करता है ये फैसिलिटी।
जूम में भी है, माइक्रोसॉफ्ट टीम्स में भी है।
कहाँ आ रहा है कि ब्लैक आ रहा है।
आ गया
ब्लैक आ रहा है स्क्रीन।
नहीं, उसको
हमें तो ब्लैक दिख रहा है स्क्रीन।
हो चुके हैं।
हमें
हाँ,
ये
black ही
साइड
दिख
में
रहा है।
लोगों का फोटो दिख रहा
तो
है।
सबसे पहले दास साहब कहते शायद उनको 10:30 बजे कहीं जाना है, तो उनका प्रेजेंटेशन
ब्लैक
करा
ही
दीजिए।
है।
ब्लैक आ रहा है जैसा।
हाँ सर, तो लेट मी स्टार्ट प्रोग्राम।
Yeah.
ओके सर।
Now just I will go some welcome address.
यस सर।
Okay. Now we will start the program. Okay.
यस सर।
Okay,
उनको जोड़
friends,
ले।
and I welcome the distinguished speakers, Dr. Jha Saab and Ananda Ramakrishnan, and then Kotiwali Wale from CIE, Dr. S.K. Das and Pritam Chandra Saab, and Dr. Hakel, Dr. R.T. Patil, and Dr. N.S. Rathore Saab, Honorable Vice Chancellor of this MPIUT, and Dr. Nanda Saab, and Pradhan Saab, and Dr. A.K. Sharma Saab, and Kaviratna Kumar from South Dakota State University, USA. I would like to welcome all of you for this today's webinar, and I would like to welcome the distinguished faculty members as well as the students registered for this webinar from the different countries. And this is an international webinar is being organized under the NHPV, National Agricultural Higher Education Project, supported by the ICR and the World Bank. Now, as you are all aware that India is one of the largest producers of the food, second largest producer of the food. But in spite of that, and we are having surplus production also in 10 commodities. In spite of surplus production and the second largest producer, we could not able to process our food to the greater extent. The food processing is in a very limited scale now in India as compared to other developed countries. But the requirement of the export purpose, one should go for the processing and the value addition, as well as to maintain the quality standards and branding of the food products. And this is very important. For that, the major requirement in country like ours is maintaining the crop quality standards. Unless your crop produce is not having the very good quality, it is very difficult to go for come up with a very good marketable products in the market to get a better price. Another missing link is that in the crop improvement programs in the previous year for the last 4 or 5 decades, we never addressed these crop improvement programs to develop the varieties required for the processing purpose. Now this is the time, and several varieties have been developed in different crops, but it is not there in all the crops, and all the varieties are not suitable for processing the whatever you are having the surplus. And breeding the varieties for the processing purpose is also main consideration for the plant breeders, and then only we can go for the processing and then get a better price to the farmers. And if you look at the processing sector, R&D, India is having a very good infrastructure. But those technologies have been developed also at different centers, but have not been really converted into the processing, progress of the processing sector, food processing sector in our country that requires lots of entrepreneurship promotions and startups and the industry support. And this Minister of Food Processing Industries is already supporting in a greater extent on these lines. But the lot of skills are also required in the rural areas for semi-qualified staff, uneducated, or even for the matriculates and school dropouts, and also that they can have a small-scale industries. Many small-scale industries can bring a lot of change in this country in the processing sector rather than having the very big, huge industries. And there is ample scope for the food sector for processing. That is why we thought let us assess it, what are the technologies available globally by identifying some of the internationally renowned experts to deliver in this webinar so that the students and faculty will get benefit out of this. With these few words, I thank all the speakers for accepting our invitation. Thank you very much. Now let us start with the Dr. Das presentation. I think he is the first speaker. Dr. S.N. Jasab from ICR, Assistant Director General.
I should start or Das Babu will start?
बोलना चालू करो आप। हाँ ठीक ठीक।
I think as per schedule, Dr. Jha, you are supposed to present.
He is here?
So, but he speaks. So I should share the screen?
Yeah.
Coming.
हम भागर।
Coming or no?
Yes, it's coming. It's coming.
ये तो डॉक्टर ने इसके तो बड़ा प्रॉब्लम है, किसी को देखना नहीं है, बोलते जाना है।
Okay, I will be giving in between some comments. Please don't mind. Just to tell you that we are listening.
Okay. Good morning to everyone. Actually, yeah, it is difficult. I thank you to the authority and particularly Dr. Khan and other dignitaries, Dean Vice Chancellor, to give me this opportunity. This is a highly technical because I was told that most of the students from national and international institutions will participate, so I kept it mostly as technical only. So food safety and quality, how to manage or how to determine rapidly and non-destructively. I am working here as an ADD in ICR headquarters, New Delhi. Population, by 2050 we will have 7.6 billion and 2050 by 9.8 billion of the world. In our country, it will be by 1.7 billion. And food production required now is 276, and about food requirement by 2050 will be 400 metric ton. I do not know how it will be done. So challenges are many. Among that, 4 I have climate change, we know, limited resources, increased income, and changing food habits. And due to COVID-19, also food habits are going to change drastically. And distribution of foods, global hunger index, these are the main things. In our country, distribution of foods is also very different, and it has come on surface during COVID-19 pandemic and lockdown, where there are people were moving en mass from one place to other place. And we know among those problems, we lost around 5 to 60% of agricultural produce that amount to around 65 million ton of foods of 46 commodities, that too only from harvest to the retailers marketing. And that amount in 2004 price index 92,651 crores. It might have gone down 125 crores till now. Maximum portion of losses take place during harvesting, handling, and transportation. So if we stop loss, we reduce this loss, then we can add to have more foods instead of producing more food. Food loss due to eating habits also there. Food eating habits means we eat more. Whatever we think, we require the less amount for our nutrition, but we eat more because we like that eating. So that is also one kind of eating loss. Significant quality and value loss during handling, transport, and storage, we know all. Food safety and quality of processed products are caused by our concern. So how to reduce post-harvest losses, that is the main problem. And then quality loss is there, but it is very difficult to measure everywhere. But we have to know that, and then how to measure it rapidly and also without harming to the samples. Usually we determine quality by experience. Whenever we go to market, we experience the quality by visual inspection. I think Dr. Nasket will highlight something more on that. Then by feeling, by touching, by pressing, and by appeal, many even sometimes flavors. And sometimes we also compare the quality with knowing the name of the brand. Brand of products are better than that brand. Many times we understand that so and so brand having better quality product than so and so brand. So that is perceptions. So actually, what is the quality? Don't say the quality, then what is the quality? In our book, we have defined quality can be viewed as an absence of defects or a degree of excellence, either way positively or negatively. If absence of defect is 0, means 100% good quality. If our excellence, degree of excellence is 100, then you can say the 100% good quality. Quality means, but the quality again is a different things for different persons involved in the different channels or the food channel. Quality means different things to different channels. Food quality embraces both. Food quality usually sensory attributes that are easily perceived by human senses, as I have explained earlier, and hidden attributes such as safety and nutrition. We see during purchase our food by sensory or by appealing, by visual, but the hidden quality, that is safety and nutrition, we don't see. And that is the most important nowadays. Then the visual quality you can say. Many times people say that buy the vegetables which are little bit having eaten by some microbes, they remove that microbe and then eat. Because that means that may not have some insecticide, pesticide sprayed on that, and that may be reason. So hidden nutrition and safety is more important than the quality of the sensory quality or visual quality of the foods. Quality of food, including fruits and vegetables, changes as it proceeds from harvest to consumer. We all know that whatever we harvest, that is the best quality at the time of harvest, but as it goes to the handlers, till it goes to your mouth, its quality usually deteriorates in its own perspectives. Usually, we determine quality in two orientations, that is quality, product-oriented quality and consumer-oriented quality. Product-oriented quality are properties of that quality. On the basis of accuracy and precision of measurement, we measure those properties. We can measure those properties. But consumer-oriented quality is quality which is liked by the consumer. But likeness of the consumers depends on 4 C's. That is, consumers comparing criteria is the cost. Cost is the main. Then comparing criteria, that is consumer preference, the taste, and their likeness. All those 4 C's comparing criteria change time to time. For example, if your stomach is full of foods, and many people do not like rasgulla, who like rasgulla when it is he or she is very much hungry. And if you rice and dal is also not liked when you are not hungry or full of stomach. So comparing criteria of consumers is very different with time and also place and also country and region, whatever you say. Sometimes occasion also. Which actually is better than what we should start with. Probably the last. Consumer perception of the quality is the best for marketing point of view. But product-oriented quality is easier to measure by the scientists, engineers, and technologists. So we mostly concentrate on that product-oriented quality and try to simulate that product-oriented quality to the consumer-oriented quality. Then how to measure? For management of safety and quality, to keep it in safe position, you have to measure it accurately. Precision, I say precision post-harvest technology. Like precision agriculture, precision post-harvest technology, we have to follow. There are many methods as quality attributes of product. As you see, if you want to test mango, at least 10, 12 properties have to be measured for mango. So you have to utilize 4, 10, 12, so many numbers of instrument, technology or process. And really it is difficult before you are taking measuring, before taking into your tables or your from market to your house. So it is better that we should follow a technology which are very rapid, can be utilized at the marketplace itself before buying and even before consuming on your dining table. And also it should be accurate and non-destructive. Whatever you have tested, that actually you should consume. So usually, broadly, you can divide this into two broad methods, that is destructive methods, non-destructive methods. Destructive method, we know we cut the sample and take the juice, for example, in mango case, then we go for testing of total solid sugar, non-type sugar, total sugars, then color, then keratin content, and then in many texture, many other things. And so you take a number of days. That is also called wet chemistry method. So it takes a long time, so we need a non-destructive repeat test. And what is repeat test? Samples not destroyed in that case. Actually, whatever mango or watermelon, this is a season of watermelon, whatever watermelon buy, by testing, you should buy that and eat that. Otherwise, you may get in trouble when you test one watermelon by coming and buying some other piece and bringing your home. And it is quick, almost instantaneous, simultaneous determination of many parameters, online application for bulk handling, precision sorting. You can sort it based on their quality parameter, even decimals, fraction of decimals, depending upon the things. And most importantly, we can price on the quality. If better quality, more sweeter mango can be sold at a higher price in northern India, for example, Bihar, West Bengal, Orissa, where people like less sweet mango, for example, which mango is having TSS less than, you can say 15 or 12, you can sell it into USA, European country who likes very less sweet mango. Actually, they like amalgam of sweetness and sourness. So in that case, sweetness and acidity, TSS and acidity ratio is more important. There are many non-destructive techniques. Usually people think that non-destructive techniques are very costly, sophisticated, and not usable by the common person. But I say that is myth. That is not true. we can utilize very simple technique, whatever things we have available, and then assemble in our place of work, and then utilize that for non-destructive technique. For example, optical techniques, using the light reflection or refraction property, and then we can calibrate that and utilize. Electrical technology, we can measure the electrical conductivity, electrical resistivity, then calibrate with that electrical resistance, electrical conductivity with any property which you want to measure, and then we can measure non-destructively in your mark. Acoustic property response, that is based on the sound. Of course, nuclear magnetic resonance, it is costly. Machine vision system is not no costly. Nuclear magnetic resonance technique, we can see with the help of CI Bhopal under one project. Dr. Nachiket was the CCPI. We developed one X-ray system using and also tested computer tomography and nuclear magnetic resonance, in which we can see the internal quality of the product, but it is really still costly, and machine vision system has become very cheap. It can give you morphological surface properties, but up to some extent you can also calibrate for some property for internal quality. Then near infrared spectroscopy, which is totally based on chemometrics, we can calibrate near infrared meters, a spectrometer with any property, any internal property, that is sweetness, sourness, maturity, and any other things, and can determine at pressing by one button. And then I will say that whatever properties, for example, you have the weight, mass, and you can say loss. You lose mass, weight, gloss with a storage, and then those properties can also be calibrated with the quality or freshness of those products very easily in your laboratory by using the mathematical and statistical methods. And then later on, you just measure the gloss and can tell that these fruits are so much fresh or so much old. You can say basi. Anyone is listening or not? Hello?
Yes, we are listening. Yes, we are listening.
वही बात नचिकेत सेम बात हो रही है.
Yes,
Feeling is that I am alone speaking.
it's not.
Then optical technique, already I have told, this method is based on.
Dr. Jha, let me interrupt a little bit.
This method is based on optical property used determination.
Yeah, I am not going to talk about anything on quality. So you may take everything about quality, even including X-rays and everything. I will not talk on that.
Okay, then I will give some more time. Used for determination of gloss, color, morphological attributes for fruits and vegetables, and it is very useful for a small grain in bulk, based on reflection, and absorption of light of certain wavelength. And it is also very useful for fruits and vegetables. This is a simple things we can fabricate at our workshop. Photodiode arc we can make, and then we can take it and amplify in the computer, and we can calibrate with certain properties of the product which you want to measure the quality. Then this is again arrangement, simple arrangement. This is, you see, this has been fabricated in our workshop. This is a wooden simple stand, and there is one hole where eggplant has been just hanged, and this is a radio photometer. And this is a radio photometer. This is one light source, and one light source is thrown on the egg. Here is the eggplant, and here is the hole. And then that is reflected, and then that reflectance has been taken, and then we found this graph that is wavelength in micrometer, and then this is the reflectance. We can then calibrate it. We can calculate the gloss index, and then that gloss index is calibrated very easily. For the freshness, I will give you the example. Electrical technology, electrical conductivity, electrical resistance, electrical impedance, and the electric constant. There are so many properties. Whatever facility, usually electrical resistance, electrical conductivity, determination facilities available in all the engineering laboratories, and can be very easily measured for any fruits and vegetables, any product. And only thing desirability is that you have to do it within 100 to 1000 kilohertz. 100 hertz to 1000 kilohertz. And here, if you have the fruit and vegetable, then you may have some problem because of the moisture content is high. So you have to very much robust. You have to do very much robust calibration. Otherwise, there may be data instability in the prediction. This is one of the photographs which usually I show. This is the watermelon sorting based on the electrical property in Japan. Commercial sorting plant in Japan. This was taken by mobile. That's why photo is not good. Watermelon can be very much sorted based on the sweetness and electrical conductivity of the watermelon. Then acoustic we know method we are using since ages for testing our imported by our grandmother, grandfather. They are buying the earthen pots from in our villages by just touching by finger and hearing the sound. Same principle here you can see. But its drawback is difficult to detect a smaller difference and not applicable in soft ripened fruit. If fruits are very much ripened, high ripening, for example, in mango, if the pieces is more than 20, 25, then differentiation will be difficult. If mango is less and very tender and tough, when it is in the tree, then you can find out, you can utilize this property. So simple thing, this is water in muskmelon. We can hammer this one side, then microphone can take the sound and amplify, and then this is a tray guide, tray conveyor on which we can sort the message will be sent to this, and it will open and close, and accordingly 3 different grades of muskmelon can be collected in different places. Then machine vision system, as I have told, this is very easy because of now we have very cheap camera. We can utilize the camera, any camera, but the only thing that we have to develop some kind of image taking devices, and that can be very easily fabricated in our simple workshop. It is trying to replace human visual inspection and requires the ability to capture, analyze images accurately and quickly. In past, it was not so adaptive, but now you can do it very easily. This is the only very simple. This thing can be made. Two light source or bulb can illuminate in a closed chamber. You can keep this sample in the center, and then you can hang a camera. You can get the photograph, and then these are the computer and display monitor. You can see. And then this photograph, whatever you have taken, with the help of computer, we can analyze the photograph. This is the photograph, original color image, blue color image, and then segmented. We can analyze in different way. We have less time. Otherwise, analysis of image or any image analysis for quality evaluation is a very different. And technology we have to take separately for that. So this is very easily. And I think Dr. Nachiket and his team gives very good training in CIE. People should take that training and can start anywhere very easily. Then another setup, and a piano type, key type conveyor, mirror, color camera, and then you can lamp, and we can develop a sorting systems. And also, if someone is having colorimeter, any colorimeter, this colorimeter, Hunter type colorimeter, which we had purchased from Hunter, some company, it is costly, but any colorimeter which is available now in India also, some Pune-based company are sending. And if you are able to find out LAV value, we can, based on the LAV value, you can calculate the maturity of the mango. And then you can find out the maturity using this chart simply. Anyone, even illiterate people can get LAV value, L can be removed, and AV value can be utilized, and then find out the maturity index using this chart, simple chart. And this technique has been included in the BIS standard in 2012 for harvesting of mango. And another formula which is more accurate, which is maturity index is neta into total soluble solid into dry matter content by divided by total acidity, and neta is the constant depending upon the region and variety of mango. So this can also be utilized and can be calculated very easily if you have the spectrometer setups, and can be determined. Here we have got patented for both the formula, for this first also, for this also, and can be commercialized very easily. Then also Apple same calorimeter, yellowness index can be measured using this X and Z and Y value which are coming in this calorimeter and can be utilized to find out the yellowness index. Similarly, Bandhu, for Apple we have determined the storability index, acidity into total soluble solid divided by A and B, that is color value. Under mode means the multiplication of both must be positive. So we can find out and we can calculate the storability of apple using the color value non-destructively. Means how long we can store this apple. Every day you can calculate, and accordingly you can manage the quality of the apple, and then you can manage the marketing, that how long distance you can send. So management of the storability, quality using these simple type of technique, using calorimeter or gloss meter for long distance marketing can be very easily done. Similarly, here you say, this is for eggplant, that is brinjal we say. Freshness index of brinjal, surface gloss ratio which I had shown you, initial photograph, and stiffness ratio of the surface gloss also changes with time of storage from harvest, and stiffness also changes, stiffness ratio from 0 time to the time, the day on which you are measuring. Then density of that product are also changing. If you can measure simple surface gloss ratio, stiffness ratio, density ratio, then you can find out freshness index of the eggplant. And if you know the freshness index, then you can calibrate that freshness index with the price of the eggplant. And same thing can be done for other fruits and vegetables. You see, around 0 day, the price of eggplant was around 500 yen per kg. It was done in Japan, so it is yen, 500 yen per kg. And after 30 days of storage of eggplant, the price goes almost 0. So every day in supermarket, they are changing the price of the packet of fruits and vegetables based on these kind of formula. And these are technique, and this is the management of non-destructive and rapid testing technique for fruits and vegetables in marketing and also in storage. Then X-ray and computer tomography. This all you know for from medical point of view. And when our group are doing, we are a very big group, 4 or 5 institutions involved. And this work was assigned to the X-ray to CII Bhopal, and people were laughing at that time. But this is very important. X-ray and computer tomography we have tested. Use short wave radiation which can penetrate through agricultural products suitable for a material having good mass density and absorption coefficient. And method are applied on the apple, lettuce, products, and also we have tested on different varieties of major varieties of Indian mango. The only thing that costly, and still the small system has not come, little bit risky and requires trained manpower. You can see the CT machine, initial and scanned images used for the mango by Dr. Nachiket and his team under our project. Then nuclear magnetic resonance imaging further better, and both CT and nuclear magnetic resonance and X-ray system, we can also see the beetles, stone beetles in the mango, soft tissue in the mango, and one setup has been developed there, and we can separate out those effective mango which are not visible from the surface, and our consignment will never be rejected, which were being done in past. So magnetic resonance system is better than the CT, and CT is better than the X-ray, but only thing that the cost is large. That is the main problem. So this is the CT system which are utilized for that MRI scanning of mango samples and photographs. Then comes the near infrared spectroscopy. This is our group. We did near infrared spectroscopy system. Around 20 years we have worked. and they are still working. One group in Sifat, Ludhiana, and also now it has been started in IARA, and one group in Agricultural Physics Department. They are doing since long for grains and other commodity. It is very useful. All constituent, that is protein, vitamin, total soluble, whatever we want, we can determine at once, simultaneously, non-destructive, and many times non-touch and online applicability. Not only this, other method which we have told that applicable, online applicability, so at mass level we can do in our sorting, grading, pack house, or even in the mandi or anywhere. And this near infrared spectroscopy is also very easy and relatively less costly. Division infrared for a student, NIR range is 700 to 200, 2500, and wavelength number range. Usually international level it is called in wavelength number. Wavelength number is wavelength in per centimeter. So this is 14,300 to 4,000 is the NIR. Then middle IR is 2,500 to 50,000, and far infrared is 5 into 10 to the power 4 to 10 to the power 6, or this is 200 to 10 wavelength number. So these are the how this NIR works. We all have gone through the 12th class physics, so I will not go. Only the light is thrown on that, then light is reflected, some light is absorbed within the media, and some light are transmitted. So we know that the Beer-Lambert law. Based on the Beer-Lambert law and Snell's law, we also know that neta 2 sin theta t by equal to neta 1 into sin theta t1. And Beer-Lambert law. Based on that, we determine, we get the spectra. And how it works, you see, any materials is having some kinds of particles, made of particles. So when we send the light, some lights travel into up to some length, some depth of the material, then it get absorbed and then reflected. That is called diffuse reflectance. So we measure the reflectance, and that reflectance can also be converted into the absorbance. And when we measure that reflectance or absorbance, that is based on the CH and OH bonding. What actually happens when C and OH bonding get that energy bombarded on this bond, we can say the covalent bond, it actually start vibrations, and that vibration tone we measure in terms of the spectra. And this is a simple setup we can make: light source, wavelength selector, sample, liquid type samples. For solid type sample, like this kind of arrangement we can make. And now there are several spectrometer, NIR spectrometer are available, in which we even don't need this kind of setup. Simply we put the detector on the sample, we can get the reflectance, and then we can measure, we can transfer it to the chemometric software and analyze and calibrate that instrument and predict. These are some of the setups we are fabricating. This kind of cup type sample holders, and this is the tomato, and then we send light on that. The total light is measured, then whatever light is transmitted through tomato, that goes to the computer, and then we measure the reflector, we measure the transmittance of the tomato, and then we can calibrate that transmittance for any kind of acidity, maturity, or sweetness of the tomato, or their ratio, sweetness or acidity ratio. And the same thing for liquid sample you can do. This is the Brix meter for commercial Brix meter for peaches available in the market in other countries. And you see how accurate measured TSS with wet chemistry method TSS, and then measured by this instrument, 100% accuracy. And standard error is only 0.32 degree Brix. So it is very accurate, like wet chemistry, and hardly takes seconds to measure. Then Kubota is fabricating the same instrument for muskmelon and for apple in the Japan. We can see that whether this muskmelon is mature or not based on the TSS or acidity or any other parameter which we can calibrate, and then we can harvest, or we can leave that fruits to further maturation. Same thing for apple, if we can utilize. And some other setup, this is for liquid sample, some other sample already shown. This kind of spectra for liquid food, this is tomato juice, which setup I had shown. We found out, and that tomato juice were calibrated like this for knowing the acid-Brix ratio. I will tell you, the usual perception earlier was that the NIR can only measure the individual property. But our research said that no, we can measure also the calculated property. This was the first paper in International Journal of Food Science and Technology, which depicted that the acid-Brix ratio even can be measured very accurately using NIR spectrometer. Or similar thing we did for orange juice. Then result, you see that for orange juice also it is how accurate. R was 0.97. So I wanted to see the very easy, very safe. Then the food safety, I will tell. Food safety is very important, we have to tell. And nowadays, in pandemic situations, safety has become more important because many people have started taking benefit of marketing, online marketing, other things. And we know that there are so many brands are coming, and who is mixing what. Many brand even does not write that what are the things they have blended in their products on the package. So that is the adulterants. There are so many products, and we also know artificial milk, and also we have seen the arzaman oil in the mustard oil news, adulteration of low value juice in high value juices. We have heard insecticide, pesticide residues in bottled water, soft drinks usually comes in the news, antibiotics in Chyawanprash in our country. These news are coming. So food safety is very important. And now we have FSSI since 2006 is on the card. And they are slowly become more stringent, more strict. So we have to see the food safety, and also we need a device which can tell that what adulteration, what kind of safety problem is there. And so we have done milk adulteration, for example, urea, detergent, vegetable oil, NOH, even aflatoxin M1 has been determined by NIR system. Juices are adulteration, sugar, low volume juice, in high volume juice. Petroleum apple juice we are able to determine. Otherwise, the apple juice petroleum is caught, and it takes around 30 days to determine with the traditional method. So it is a very simple method, and we have to commercialize it. Fruit fly and aspergillus tissue in our mango, olive, etc., numerous adulterants you see. So from Prevention of Food Adulterants Act 1954, we had, now we have 2006 FSI, Government of India, and very restrictive. So near infrared and further transfer infrared exposure, you see, many brands are selling the fruit juice in our country, but they write that there is no added sugar in the juice. But we have found there are many brands of this, I don't check the name, they add sugar from outside. Using FTIR, we have found out that we can find out that how much sugar, though natural sugar are in the mango juice, but how much added sugar is in the natural juice, that can be very much easily determined. And if they have not declared on the packet, then that is the adulteration we can count very easily. Then added sugar, you see how accurately. Sucrose solutions, juice with high sucrose, juice with low sucrose, commercial juice with added sugar content. So totally different segment is coming. And we can find out total soluble solids using this formula. This is the wavelength, absorbs 1088, 1050, 991 is the wavelength, and these are the coefficient. In this coefficient, whatever absorbance we get, we can find out total soluble solids in the juice, and then we can find out. And detection of soybean. In Kurukshetra area, one client came to us that can we determine the soya milk in the milk, soya beverage in the natural milk. And we could do that and very easily this paper were published in the international journal. The detection limit at 5% cyanide level as low as 2% addition of soya milk in the natural milk can be done very easily. Then detection of urea in the milk using FTIRC. Again, milk urea very easily we are. 3 different urea up to 100 to 900 ppm. ppm we can, then 1300 to 2000 ppm, different segment we can find out, and we can say that how much urea has been added. I will remind here that naturally urea is also available in the milk, but how much urea has been added in terms of artificial milk, that can be very easily determined if you have the spectrometer. Then detection of aflatoxin M1 we have done, but not so accurate. But if some more work can be done, then at 3,550 wave number, we can find out that whether aflatoxin M1 is in the milk or not. Then these are the calibration, validation curve, aflatoxin. Detection of dangerous bacteria and using FTR. Whoever microbiologist are listening this lecture, for them I will tell that the NIR spectroscopy is a new field for microbiologists. Confirmation of a particular microbe on the surface of anything in the liquid, it takes around 28 total tests, and we can say 10 days, 5 days to 10 days to test all the tests. But if you utilize this NIR spectrometer, we can find out E. coli, Listeria, Salmonella, Pseudomonas up to 100% or 85% accuracy using FTIR. So there is no need of doing so much microbiology for commercial levels. For basic calibration, we have to do all those things. But for commercial level, if you have the micro spectrometer, you can do that. So friends, these are my combined all food safety and quality management for marketing. And these are 2 books written by, can say this is the edited book by 4 authors. And this is our book, Rapid Detection of Food Adulterants and Contaminants by Elsevier, and this is by Springer. I request whoever are interested, they can read. All these are based on the Indian data, Indian experience, and also Indian language. It will be very much helpful for our scientists in India. With this word, I thank you all. Anyone can ask me anything or write on my Facebook page or my own website, that is sndar.in. Thank you very much. I hope everyone has listened. Thank you. Hello?
Dr. Jha, thank you very much. Yeah, we could listen till the end.
Thank you.
I think, okay. Yeah. Now, I think it's for Dr. Rao to take over from here. He may unmute himself. Dr. Rao, please unmute yourself.
Thank you very much, Dr. Jasab. It is a very nice presentation. If anybody is having any doubts, they can write to you and get the clarifications. We can go with the second presentation by Dr. Anand Ramakrishnan. Second speaker. Next speaker.
Actually, I had to leave for another program from 11.
Okay, that's you can leave. You can leave, sir. You can leave now. It is a very good presentation. Excellent presentation.
Okay,
thank you very much. Thank you very much for accepting our invitation. Now we can start with this.
You can send me any question clarification by email.
Anyone
can call me anytime.
Okay? Yeah, we will compile it and we will send it to you. The clarifications. Okay. Thank you very much. Now we can start with the second speaker, Dr. Anand Ramakrishnan. So, he is available?
Yes, sir. Able to hear, sir? Hello?
Yes. Yes, we are able to hear.
Now you can start.
Yeah, 2 minutes. I'll share my slide. Able to see, sir? Slide. Hello.
Yes, now we are able to see your
Yes,
slides.
yes.
Yeah. Good morning to everyone. First of all, I like to thank Alam Khan for inviting me for the wonderful morning to give a talk on future foods. And maybe next around 30 minutes, I'm going to talk about what are the foods is going to dominate in the future, and which is the food really is going to dominate in both domestic as well as the international market, because the scenario is continuously changing. And current scenario, we have to look how much we can export our Indian foods, not only looking for the domestic foods, because presently we are almost 2.87% share in the export market. So it's a very, very low compared to other countries, whatever the nearby countries, they're doing much better than us. And how to do that? That means we need to think how the whole food business is operating throughout the globe. One is that what we manufacture forcing people to eat. Another round, what is the current scenario is going on? Consumer demand, because every day people wanted different food and different type of things are changing. You can see that electronics and other field everywhere. Every 6 months, people are changing the s- model and everything. So food also has to be changed. So we need to look what is that global demand, and accordingly can we make our food. That's what I'm going to cover in my talk. And look, food processing itself is not the very, very old one. If you look at, we started hunting millions years ago. 1,000 years ago, agriculture practice has come. 100 years back, industrial practice has come. Only last 50 years, we started looking food processing itself, mainly for preservation, nutrition, quality. 2020 is an entirely different ball game. We are focusing on consumer centric approach. What is that consumer centric approach, and is it going to be a future or something else is going to come? This is the what right now we are standing, and how to place our focus on according to this. If you look at the consumer preference, is going to be a customization. Customization means that people wanted customized food for them, low salt, low sugar, or they want a higher protein, high energy. So all these things are customized to the individual persons. Second one is nutrition. So this is the, we know very well nutrition is so important, and still some portion of the people looking for balanced nutrition, a balanced diet, a novel product range and value added product, all these things dominating. And convenience and taste, this is the another one. People are moved out from whatever I given in the left side to right side. If you look at, yes, nutrition is important, customization, novel product. Apart from that, people are wanted a food for soul. I have to take a food for enjoyment. How to do that? That's what the people looked at, convenience and the taste. And it has to be enjoyment. And when they take the food, they wanted to enjoy the pleasure feeling. After the food, people are feeling, some people believe that can change the psychological behavior. So accordingly, they're looking for some food and ethical food choice. And this is another way of looking it, how this food is produced ethically or not. And the last, if you look at brand trust, yes, I am wearing the good branded shirt, using the branded car. Why not my food also branded? Because of now the digital world and the online trading, the food also become a branded. We never heard 20 years back branded atta or rice. Now it is become like a, even atta or rice also become a branded one. So how to go with this? So these are the confused state in front of us, mainly for food industry. If food industries look such a confused state, yes, researchers, scientists, students, we also think on that direction, how to cope up with what is the scenario people are looking into that. That's what my talk I fixed into that. If you look at first, Is it tasty? The tongue, the wherever the taste buds are there, that plays the major role. It's a sweet or sour or salty or bitter. According to that taste bug, the signal is given to brain, and we, our brain is sensitizing. This is the what taste. We can't avoid to this one. So we can't cheat these people. You can't give something is non-sweet or want to the sweet taste. So it's not possible. So we need to go according to what is the physiological system. We need to give our food product. For example, most of the countries now they are giving the high salt, sugar, and fat. Taxation has been enforced. Double taxation also some countries they give, and some countries they're telling to put the very big label on the outside. It's a high sugar or salt. The limitation already fixed by most of the countries. Even FSSA asked to companies to voluntarily cut sugar, salt, fat in the packaged foods. If such scenario, can we play with that? Because we know that if you reduce the sugar, you have to give the alternative sugar. You can't compromise the taste. The people won't buy it. So if you give the alternative sugar or alternative fat, what is the issue of cost, calories? Most important, consumer acceptance. Because this food industry itself is a very competitive world and competitive market. Their consumer acceptance is the most important. So you can't compromise that on, and how to play around with that. Even IFPT, we have done something on the nano salt that can be reduced 30% perception of the salt in the chips. But it's not enough because that's only surface modifications. How to go with the in the natural food itself? Some studies recently published, last week also they published one study, cheese making process, some alteration in the process condition changes the perception of the salt. That is the what we need to look scientifically how we are going to do such things in the coming years. Milk alternative, because we know God created wonderful milk. It's a natural emulsion. It's difficult to create such a emulsion in the other form. If you create really, we have a wonderful product in hand. That's what this segment is continuously is growing. Is it possible to create chia milk or coconut milk? Why? See, coconut, our country is continuously producing, one of the highest producer of the coconut in India. But we are not having a much industry to produce coconut milk in our country. Most of the products available in Indian markets are come from China and other countries. They are not a coconut producing country. They import the coconut, they process, they are selling to our country market. Why such a problem is happening here? Because scientifically how to create emulsion from coconut milk. Coconut has a good amount of protein and fat. Still, how to create that emulsion? Because we need to create a fat with the ion exchange that has to be repulse each other. We never allow two droplets comes close to each other to join the bigger droplet. The bigger droplets is creates, it's a coagulation happens, then flocculation happens, then phase separation happens. Any product is created in the liquid form should be there minimum 3 to 6 months to the cell. Then only we can be a sustainable market in that product. If it is not stable for more than 3 days, if phase separation occurs, water and fat separates each other, then this product is going, it may not be sold in the market. So how to create such an artificial emulsion from this natural product, like even the rice, hemp, oat, soya. Soya has done very well, but other product we need to look. These are the product is going to be dominate in future in market because lactose intolerance people and they want a higher amount of the protein. They don't want 3 to 4% protein. They want almost 10% of the protein in the milk. They want omega-3 fatty acids. Can we give a supplement omega-3 fatty acids? Hemp and chia seed will give ALA, that is the alpha linoleic acid is available in the both seeds. How to create such things. That's the what we need to put our energy and how to create such emulsion in the future. And sonic enhanced food. This is the other way around of looking into the food. Now, normally food first small will hit in your nose, then your eye look into your product, then your tongue tastes your product, then you love that product and food, and it goes to your body is accepting. Now one more candidate also comes into the play is your ear. The studies shown the low bass sound along with the food product, it tastes bitter. The high pitched tune, suppose for the temple bell, it's when it's played along with the food product, it's become a more sweet. Apart from that, some studies has done in UK. The restaurant they serve the fish along with the seashore sound with that plate. People try to take 3 times higher fish normally they're supposed to take. So they found the very clear data says it's some linking between the sound also play the people to take more food. So this is the sonic enhanced food is going to dominate in the market. How far we are standing in India, Indian food industry, are the researchers have we started sizzlers already available in our restaurant. Can we gone beyond that? The particular sound, the sound with the taste enhances, sound is a psychological enhances. Is it a possible to play around that? So this is the what we need to put a lot of effort and research on this to help our Indian industry to move on to such a high specialty products. Another type of product is a DNA based diet. This is the little bit away from the production side. It's the nutrition's people. They take the blood sample of the people, they'll analyze the blood sample, they sequence the DNA, then they'll suggest which are the food will help them to maintain the body and psychological behavior. But we don't have the very clear scientific evidence for that. But still, such diet, DNA based diet, also is moving very, very rapidly in the some high end products. Algae as a food? Yes, because if you look at a spirulina, it has the good amount of proteins, vitamins, iron, and other things. And alternative source of the protein, if you look, algae can be one candidate to supplement. We can supplement. This has to be along with the other product. So soluble iron also is a present into that. So this is the what one can think. What is the alternative to the protein supplement? So algae food also is a growing. Again, protein supplement. Why not an insect as the food? Other countries, some countries already is taking the insects a regular diet. But we can look into the 10 kg of the feed produce 9 kg of the meat in the insect, 1 kg of the meat in the beef. Out of that 1 kg of the meat, it produces 52% protein and 48% fat in the beef meat. And if you go for that 9 kg of that insect meat produce 72% protein and 16% fat, is a good amount of the proteins. And apart from that, what is the beef and doing that? It's produce huge amount of the carbon dioxide. So this is the other way of looking the protein supplement. You can see the value what I given. It is a continuously increasing the market demand for the insects food. And IFPT already started working with such kind of research, and we wanted to take more proteins from this to supplement from the other, like for example, you can add into the biscuits and other where you wanted to enhance some portion of the protein. Yes, this is the other way of looking into that low cost protein supplement. We can think about it. And lab grown meat, yes, now the pandemic situations, people are switching over from the meat to the vegetarian origin. But still, people wanted when they want go for the burger, they wanted a meat into that. But vegetarian, we can't create such ones. And some people, some studies already started. Major companies are all are working on it. One is that you take the stem cells from the animal, then you grow the meat at lab. In vitro meat you can grow. For example, 5th August 2013, first uh, cultured hamburger has been fried. It's a big news on that day. Now recently Nestle has launched their burger from the meat. So this is the what lab grown meat is continuously growing. So we can avoid that normal what we are doing in the cultivation practice. We can grow according to your need. And this, but you need a lot of input and scientific data and research on this area. And India, we need to think we are traditionally larger exporter of meat. And if our exporter of meat is going to hamper, and what is the alternative to that? We need to think our future alternative, how to go with the lab grown meat and how to capitalize international market on the lab grown meat. And we need a proper technology, and we are widely very well manpower available for biotechnological and food science people are there to create such things. And you can see that down I have given how what is the market statistic. It's growing 15.7% its growth rate. That's what is predicted. It's a really wonderful to take such initiation in the our institutions and universities to think our future direction of the research. One more is plant-based meat. Yes, I want a meat alternative, but not from meat alone. Even you grow in the lab, it's a meat. We want alternative. Can we create from the plant source meat? Yes, it's possible, but the texture is the another problem here. How to make the texture along with the fat content and other things? That's what a lot of people are already working. For example, cereals, from the protein you take and legumes you take, some of the legumes like chickpeas and other things, you take the protein source from there, and leaf proteins, all the things you mix it. But you need to maintain the water content and protein content and texture and fat, 15% fat. All the things are fine. How to create the textural form and how to create that flavor, because meat has the uniqueness. When it goes to your mouth, flavor also is continuously releases each and every point you chew in the meat in your mouth. So how to recreate such things? That is the challenge in front of us. It's a really good challenge. My dear students, please think about such studies. It's a need of our, and it's a market demands huge into this line, but it's a quite challenge. For example, IFPT is working this on very recently. We started, and we have the very big groups working on the electrospinning and extruder lines. And we are planning to do with the different type, for example, jackfruit and other matrix. We are taking into the fiber origin and proteins, and we are planning to recreate the meat. But only thing that flavor releasing, we can do it with an encapsulated flavor. When you go for the first bite, a second bite, how the flavor is released, that things has to be manipulated. That's what we are planning to do that. But this is the another area of research one can think. But definitely this is the product is going to dominate in the another coming years, maybe another 10 years or 20 years if you think. Because if you reduce the cost per kg of the meat from the plant origin, think about, for example, now 400 to 500 kg meat, if it's a like thing, but you make the plant origin meat cost is around 100 to 200 per kg, then automatically you are the winner. People will switch over from that to plant. So two way we can do the things. One is our farmers will get benefited because you take all the raw material from farming line, then you recreate a value added product. So margin of the profit also will increase, and the scientific know-how what we develop in house has to play the major role. So that's what it is. So this is the one area, interesting area one can think, and definitely that will work very well. And fruit wine, this is the also again the future of foods, going to be a wine. And people wanted a fruit type of wine from fruit origin wine. And like we know already, grapes and orange, cherry, pineapple wines are there, even banana wines. For example, now you think about, we are unable to export our banana because of this all lockdown and transport cutoff. What will happen to this banana? How much you can convert into the dried powder when we are going to use? So can we use the same banana you unable to sell in the market to convert fermented and convert as a wine? That is the another way of looking into that. For example, Garcinia, it's a wonderful fruit, is available in Indian origins. Kokum, it is there in the Malabar tamarind, our Kerala side, or if you folk Garcinia, Panatculata, and other species available in Assam region. It's a wonderful fruit, and it gives exactly wine color, and it has the hydroxycitric acid, and it behave like an anti-obesity. You can deliver is a very good fruit wine. The same time, you can coin it as the good antioxidant and anti-obesity. People love to drink such wine. So that is the what we need to think, how best we can put our thought process into that to create such wines. And it will be, this is the what we need to look the future of our food industry. See, convert around 70% to 50% of our fruits water. And after converting the wine, the water content is going to increase. So you are selling the water. Definitely we'll get a more profit than normal condition. Ethical food choice. And this is the what I touched initially. Recent study published very recently from Institute of Food Technologists. Out of 10, 4 people wanted the product as prepared in the ethical manner. Why this choice is coming now? See, I am a responsible citizen. I behave and what I do ethically, I will do. Why not I buy the product also ethically prepared? That's what people are looking. No child labor in the industry and low energy. That means they are responsible in the environmental, low carbon footprint of any of the product produced into that, and promote fair trade and good manufacturing practice. Everything has to be followed in the industry. If they declared, yes, I'm willing to buy that product than other competitive product. So these things we need to educate our food industry. So this is the what is going to change in the mindset of the people. One segment of the people, they are looking beyond the product in the label. They wanted to even look what is that industries does inside the industry. So the transparency, accountability, everything they are going to see that. Then they wanted to take the choice of that product. So that means we need to build a capacity building of our industry to move towards that. So that's what we need to think. Now I'm going slow to the another. These are the product I explain and how this product is going to dominate in the market. And some of the work has been done in IFPT, and really that is the, for example, 3D food printing. It's a totally revolution in the food industry. It can't be replaced by the conventional food industry, but this can be unique and this can supplement existing food industry practice. That's what we develop the 3D food printing. 3D food printing is entirely is a different one. If you look at the additive manufacturing process, one is the subtractive manufacturing. Remove the objective from the what is the 3D image you wanted to create. There you get waste. Additive manufacturing, take the material, you print it according to the need. So wastage is very, very minimum. That's what we created the India's indigenous first 3D printer at IFPT, and we also published first scientific research paper from 3D food printing. After that, we published more than 4 papers, different matrix. Our dream is to create this 3D food printer in every household of the country. So it is a possible. Right now, what we created the 3D printer cost is around a lakh rupees. We are planning to reduce into the close to the 50,000 rupees, so anyone can buy and keep it at home. You can print whatever you love to print, the shape and design. Not only that, nutrition composition, you can change it. So that's what we planned. This is the IFPT car printer and the single head printer, and we had a multi-head printer. So we can increase the speed and increase the production output also. So both are ready for commercialization. And this, it is not a straightforward. It has the some science behind it. Simply you can't do printing. All the matrix you can't print. For example, rice starch is a natively printable form, but still you need to play around that. For example, it's a layer by layer printing. First layer comes, second layer, third layer. You look at here. After first layer, you print second layer, this collapse. So we need a very clearly, it has to be layer by layer, it has to be printed. And after post-processing, it stays as it is. This is for the rice. If you look at non-printable matrix, for example, egg, it is very difficult to convert even in the powder form. If you do spray drying, again, you have the problem of solubility problem, and it's a very, very highly hygroscopic matrix. But how to make a printable form this high viscosity? So what we did, we added the rice because we have the experience with the rice starch. We added the rice starch along with the egg yolk and egg white, And you can see that what we printed is a very nicely printable form, and we use the reflectors windows drying method to prepare this matrix. So see, for example, if you give the egg, either omelette or whatever you are preparing the dish to your kids, they may not love to eat. If you give the egg in this form, either butterfly or whatever the shape they like to do, the kids, they love to take such matrix. And you can add other matrix as well. You want to add omega-3 fatty acids, add it. So this is the what it gives. It's a personalized food. 3D printing will help to do that. So we can do it in the butterfly. You can see that, but two things you need to understand. First, you have to create the geometry, then printing is happens. So we need to evaluate what is the rheological matrix, and after that the shrinkage, because after post processing, not more than 10% of the original shape should not shrink. So that much matrix you need to see that. So if you increase the water, flowability will reduces. So all these things we need to keep in mind. It is not like a simply you can pump, extrude, and you can print. No, all the studies we have to do. What is the printing precision studies? Everything has to be taken care. Then you can print, and definitely we'll get the better shape. And we did it the mushroom, and we have done the even chicken. We printed in the shape what the shape you want. Chicken does not have the fiber. What we did, we had the experience with the butter mushroom. It has the fiber. We added into the chicken, and we printed. So that chicken snack has the fiber as well as protein, whatever it is. So this is the what the future of the food is going to change. It's not single alone food. You can matrix it wherever you want. Good advantage of the mushroom, chicken, whatever it is, you can put it. Again, the flavor and taste, everything you can manipulate, depends on the individual persons. You can create such one. So we have done the composite flour. We created the composite flour with the high amount of the protein and fiber. You can see the 10% and 17% fiber. And this is the first report. People used to say high amount of the protein you can't print. But we could able to do that with a 17% protein and almost 10%, 17% fiber and 10% protein. And we could able to create that. But issue comes the post processing. We have tried the deep fried. You can see the shape is changing. I said initially 10% should not change more than 10%. And here hot air drying, that color is changing. And we want after printing that color should be retained after printing. That means that what the color you want, the fix, that natural color should be there. Microwave drying, it gives the shrinkage is not that much, but color retained. So that's what this also you need to play around post processing as well. And we have done rice husk as well. That can be used for the alternative to single use plastic, like casing, for example, cake or biscuit casing, because now governments are banning the all the single use plastic for cases. And we can do, even you can do with the spoons and all the things we can use from the rice husk, and we have done it. And we'll move on to the another one area is nano food. And this is for around us from last almost 15 years. And our human hair is 1 lakh nanometer. And what we are going to talk about around 400 to 500 nanometers particles. And don't think 10 to the power minus 9 meter is the nano. Why you are talking about higher than that? Because throughout the globe we discussed food molecules, we can't go such a low level 10 to the power minus 9 meter. So we discussed, we come to one conclusion, less than 1000 nanometers can be considered as a food matrix, because you can see from here, it comes less than virus, that region. So we wanted to play safely that. So that's what we have taken. Nanoparticles higher than 10 to the power minus 9 also can be considered the food matrix. And why nanofood is important? If you look at the particle size, when particle size less than around 500 nanometers, is absorption almost is a 1. That means bioavailability, that is going to be very high. Because of the bulk matrix broken down to the smaller size particle, it's become surface area is more, then it passed through the intestine, then Fick's law diffusion. 80% of the matrix molecules is diffusion in the diffusion mechanism, so it absorbs more. So that's what nanofood always helps to increase the absorption. For example, iron you take in our body will absorb only 10%. Is it possible to increase the 10% to 30%? Yes, if you make it an nano-sized particle of iron particle, it may increase. That is the what the most of the studies, whatever is quoted here, it's a debate. It increases the absorption because we well known theory. It is the when it stays in the villi, small villi, and it goes through the intestine. Definitely, that absorption behavior is changes. And these are the product already in the market. For example, Tip Top bread, and it is in the Australian market. Omega-3 fatty acids, they encapsulate in the nano-sized capsules. They added exactly in the crumb portion of the bread. Even bread, we all be aware of that. It is the 220-degree temperature and 20 minutes baking time. Still no oxidation. We all be aware of that. Omega-3 fatty acid is the polyunsaturated fatty acid. It's supposed to be oxidized, but they could able to capsule with the polymeric matrix and along with that glutathione network, because we have the new natural protein in the wheat, that glutathione network, and the exactly crumb portion they could able to do that they have to do it in the proofing stage. Then that matrix has been, because we all be aware of that bread, during the bread baking process, bread temperature never crosses 100 degree. Apart from that, is the evaporation condensation mechanism continuously happening in the bread because of the crust formation in the surface. So it holds more water inside. That's what bread can't be stay more than 2 to 3 days because of 30% moisture always will be there. So they use these physical mechanisms to encapsulate omega-3 fatty acid exactly added into the bread. They deliver it. And one more is the canola oil. They added the phytosterol in the nano-sized particles, and they advertise you take this oil, your cholesterol will reduce 14%. It's a quite very high. And green tea, I'm very well aware of that. Most of you are taking the regularly green tea. It's a really good compound. It has the apical catechins, and all the catechins are there. But what is the problem of this wonderful molecule of catechins? When it goes to the small intestine, the alkaline nature degrades very, very rapidly. In your body, it absorbs only 2%. Look at the per cup of the green tea, what you are getting. It gets only 10 milligram of the catechins. And if you give in the nano-sized capsules, you will get same per cup 105 milligram of polyphenols you will get. Even 2% absorption, you will get better benefit than when we are taking the normal catechins. That's what the green tea is giving. Even we have done a lot of work on nanotechnologies, area delivery systems. Due to time limitation, I'm not going for detail on everything, including the catechins we deliver from the micro needle and nano needle array and all the things. But one example I can give here. And if you look at coffee, we know coffee, when we go to any coffee day, what for we are going, all we wanted to enjoy the coffee when we wanted to spend time. In front of us, coffee should be there to stay more than an hour. How come it is possible? Bottom is the liquid hot water and up is the air. In between, your foam has to be stay 1 hour. Is it possible? Yes, it's possible. That's what cappuccino has been created. They use the milk protein, says beta-lactoglobulin is there is a film forming characteristics of the beta-lactoglobulin. They streamed it to make the film forming behavior of beta-lactoglobulin. The foam has to be stay stable foam for longer in the cappuccino. It's fine, but somebody likes the milk is fine. They can drink cappuccino. I don't like to take the milk into the coffee. I want a raw coffee flavor. But same time, I want a foam. How to create the foam into the espresso coffee? That is the great challenge. Coffee itself as the coffee oil. Can we create this coffee oil as the foaming techniques? That's what we try to do in IFPT. Apart from that foam booster also we developed. If we add fermenting machine, you add that powder that creates the foam. So both the studies has been done in IFPT. And one such study, that's what we created. I think we have published the paper first time. Coffee oil can be used as a surfactant. We use that the natural coffee oil as a surfactant. Is a hydrofilic, that chlorogenic acid. It is a hydrophilic head and hydrophobic tail will be there. Aligned in the particular manner, you create the nano patterning in the surface of the coffee. So that gives the coffee oil stability is more. And we have done the millet ice creams. This is the one way of looking how to value added our products. So we created the ice cream from the millet milk, and it has the nutritious, and we added the omega-3 fatty acid as well from the plant origin. Even we explained to Prime Minister of India, and it has been launched, and we technology has been transferred, and we created the millet idli dosa mix. Is the powder, just you put the hot water, you can make the idli out of that millet powder. And superfoods, people nowadays talking about superfoods, and 56% in US populations wanted superfoods. So growing number. So 50% of the populations wanted superfoods, more meaning we need to have a lot of work in our back in India. So if you are thinking for enhancing 2 point around 3% export market to 6% export market for next 5 years, so 50% of the market is there in the superfood. We need to look which are the product we can do that. If you look what is the superfoods dominated in the US and Europe market, I listed here. And most of the product, for example, turmeric, black garlic, green tea, coconut water, and millets, all these things, non-dairy milks, all the things we can easily capitalize in our country to we can push it. And even hemp seed now is a very much people are accepting hemp seed because of it is a omega 3 and omega 6 combination in the hemp. People wanted to go, and it has the protein as well, like of chia and hemp. So we need to think how to capitalize this market, including the turmeric and the coconut and green tea. All these things, our research institutions and students has to take some studies, and we need to help our startups, because Indian startups in the food industry very low. We need to link our project, at least one student, BTech or MTech or MSc students, to create one startups, tie up with the one industry to create one startups. Products are available. We have institutes are available, all the facilities. Why not you create one startups? If you are unable to create your own technology to an entrepreneur, or you yourself, you can start your own startups. These are the products. Whatever I listed is available. Definitely, you are going to be a really big player in the future. On food structure and digestion, and the last part of my thing, I wanted to talk about little bit on the food structure. It's a play the major role, because food scientists mostly we often stop our product into the mouth. After sensory evaluation, we stop our research. No, we need to see that beyond our mouth, what is takes place in the digestive system, what is happening in our oral system, what is happening in our gastric digestion, what is happening in the bio accessibility and bioavailability, because oral processing play the major role, how much you chew in your oral and how much time it stays in your oral processing, and teeth bite, everything has to be calculated. This oral engineering play the major role to decide your glycemic index. And glycemic index is not only based on oral and gastric digestion, and what is the motor function in the stomach, and how that digestion is takes place, that decides both bioaccessibility and bioavailability. After 2018 of FSSAI, any product claim should be validated, and very few institutions in the country or facility in labs can do such studies. And all the product how to launch, so we need a controlled environment to study this one. That's what 2010 I started looking into create a human artificial digestive system at CFTRI. And this is the what almost 10 years of my research. And Chen was using the ball to create our stomach environment, and Paul Singh used the this type of structure, and IFR used the conical structure, and TNO has come better structure. This is the stomach, this is the intestine. And I thought of I wanted to go beyond this. We wanted to do it in the almost the human nature. What we did, this is the stomach, this is the fundus, this is the antrum, and the pyrolic. Here only contraction is takes place around 2 mm per second. The first wave starts here, it moves and it comes here. And the contraction is break down your food matrix particles. When particles become a 2 mm size, this pyrolic will opens and your particles moves here. That's what I said. Your GI is decided here. And how to create the same environment. Whatever I have shown earlier slide, it's not exactly mimicking the motor function of the stomach. That this is the system what we created. How we created, we have taken the human volunteers and we did the MRI scan. And MRI, you know very well, we will get only 2D image, and we converted 2D image into 3D image and 3D printed. This is the first 3D printed stomach in the globe. And after that, we have put it here. This is the stomach and body temperature also maintained here, and you can see this is the MRI image of the human stomach. This is the what food molecules are there, and this is the what air gap, and that pushes your product into down, and it goes to intestine. And you can clearly see that this is the dotted lines are human glucose concentration, and this red line is our system calculated the GI, and it's very well validated, and already most of the leading industries are using. This can be used as a preliminary calculation of the GI, how much GI, and not only GI, you will get the disintegration kinetics, how much rate of the disintegration, and glycemic load and glycemic response. All these things we can calculate from this. This is the based on the MRI study merged with the mechanical engineering. Apart from that, we went to very close to the human study, and most of the studies right now we are working in the Trichy medical colleges, and to validate our studies how it is behaving time to time in our engineering model. And apart from that, small engineering system is given here. All three jejunum and duodenum, everything has to be calculated. Only one adjustment we have done, the residence time, because our human intestine is a big 7 meter length, so we reduced to the small one, but we have changed our residence time. And you can see that this is the validation of the stomach, and this is the validation of the intestine with the in vitro method, and it has been published as well. And it's quite well, we come very close to the what is the human system has done. What helps, suppose you develop a new product, you wanted to claim this is a low GI product, we can do it here within a no minute, morning to evening, because digestion has to be happen plus 2 hours in the stomach and intestine, that timing has to be given. After that you will get the result. Not only that, you will see that how the particles behaves in the stomach. You can alter according to that your molecule as well. And non-thermal processing, and we are started one of the our IFPT is the Center of Excellence in Non-Thermal Processing, high pressure processing, pulse electric field, ultrasonic. This all will play major role in the future foods, because people wanted nutritious and very color should be retained. Everything if you wanted, this product will help. Because if you think about coconut water to be a shelf life extended, non-thermal process is the effective alternative. So that's what we are working on the all these areas. And we have done some work with the waste to wealth with the PepsiCo and Siddharth Starch, and we replaced the existing crisps chips. 50% we substituted from the potato peel. It is already in the market, and the acceptability is very high. Our Indian company Siddharth Starch has got very good benefit, around 70,000 rupees per month they could able to save that company. So this is the what we can work with the Indian industry, and the institution can bring that marketable product. And packaging, this the one thing India has to think very fast and rapidly, because without packaging, first appearance, people will go for packaging. And edible cookie coffee, this is the even recently in Tamil Nadu, Madurai, they some people have made that one. Is a worldwide people are now using like a cone. How you are taking the ice cream cone, the same thing. After drinking your coffee, you can bite your cookies as well. So that's what. But only thing, you create that such a manner that it has to withhold the water, it has to be withhold the temperature. So if you create that one, people love to have. But you have the both the things. You can sell your biscuits or cookies along with your coffee or tea. So this is the what innovative way of thinking, innovative way of producing the packaging material play the major role. Near field communication tags, and like smart packaging and intelligent packaging also play the major role. And blockchain management, you know that now present scenario of COVID, and we need to know data from the produce, how they handled from the farm gate to your plate. It has to be documented. That's what blockchain will help. Every point it has to be documented, and that can be validated. So recall or traceability all can be done with the blockchain management. And artificial intelligence, big data analysis, internet of thinking, this is the one area food scientists, food engineers, agriculture engineers, we need to take quickly look into that. Because now 150 times increase in online food trading, that means you have the data in your hand. So who is buying what type of product, according to that you can design your product, and how people are thinking, and including that artificial neural network, that will help to remodify your product. So this all these things will help to understand market analysis and how to do that. And IFPT has created the innovative center because this has been widely used in the bigger industries. Some they created a market environment. Suppose you are going to the supermarket where your eyeball is going first, it's going top or down. According to that, it's eye spot that mm, spot that is taken care, hotspot will be taken, and we able to collect that on, and we can redesign your product. So suppose your label is suppose here white color, instead of that white color background you change another color or blue color, your eyesight is going or not, if kids are moving they love or not, if adults are moving in the stores, these are like a virtual store will be created and you allowed to move inside. We study that one. For small and medium entrepreneur, if you wanted to make that product to be sustainable in the market, such type of support system has to be help our small entrepreneur. That's what that innovative center has been created in IFPT, and to support our small entrepreneurs. And such type of studies also our students can take, because this has lot of scope into that, because you need to develop an individual module for each and every product, and this can be linked with your 3D footprinting to help the design of the product, shape of the product, everything. And come to the final one, we are facing a huge problem of our COVID, and that is virus is called a SARS-CoV-2. And you think how much a temperature, if you look at here, 56-degree temperature needed and stable 30 minutes. If you want 5 minutes at 70-degree temperature, it's a very, very high. It's a handling is very, very tough. If you look at during the lockdown, what happened? 150 times increase in the demand of ready-to-eat product. But still, we have to salute our Indian food industry. They supplied all the food product last 4 months continuously supplied. Even high demand is increased, we able to do that, but our job is not going to be over. Think how to give immune boosting foods. Now people are looking meat alternative, salt, because some studies demonstrating increasing 6 gram of salt is reduced our immune system. That means people are looking low salt product, how to substantial that type of research. That's what we need to think. And beyond our research, we need to look our trade, supply chain, logistic, because there only issues going to come. Look at the diagram what is given here. Stainless steel, this SARS-CoV-2 stays 72 hours in stainless steel, and wood 24 hours, cardboard 24 hours, plastic 72 hours. Our industry mostly uses stainless steel. That means we need a redefined HACCP system in place. So we have to be very much careful about our industry. We need to see that critical control point wherever the human touching, and which are the people are coming and contact place. So all the things has to be evaluated. Our food industry has to cope up with such type of scenario. How we are going to, that is most important in the current scenario. And the discovery of new dish always gives more happiness than even discovery of star. And future is customized designer food is the future. Me and my son and my father all need different food, different taste, different calorific value. That means big job in our hand to feed almost the huge population of our country. And our dream should be, we have to make India as the world food factory. We need to double our export market. We need to feed our population 3-time meal. All who are listening, everybody has the mission, and we have the job in hand to do that and vocal for the local product. So we need to keep in eye, and we have to support our own industry, our Indian industry, especially Indian food industry, to do better performance in the future. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you very much, sir. Such a nice presentation for our participants, and the very good comments is coming. And now I request to Dr. Nachiket sir, please give your valuable presentation for our participants. Please unmute your mic, Dr. Nachiket sir. Presentation for our participants. Please unmute your mic,
Yes,
Dr. Nachiket sir.
yes,
Presentation for our participants.
yes, my mic is unmuted. Can you listen to me?
Yes, I can listen, sir.
Okay. So I think we are running ahead of time. My presentation was supposed to start at 12:30. It is starting 11:45. Uh, anyway, so
Share your screen, sir.
yes,
Okay, sir.
I have shared my screen.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So can you see?
Yes, sir. I can see, sir.
All right. Good morning, everybody. And I am Nachiket Kotwaliwale. I am heading the Division of Agro Produce Processing here in Central Institute of Agricultural Engineering, which is an institute from ICAR, established in 1976. And since beginning, we have been working on processing of post-harvest machineries, mostly machineries and processes. And few of the things which have been the forte of this institute are like soybean processing and primary processing, on-field processing, agro processing centers. So these type of technologies we have been promoting, and I thought that rather than going on highly academic things like quality or future foods, I should talk about some of the technologies which my institute has developed and which could be useful in entrepreneurship development or which create entrepreneurship opportunities in the sector of food processing. Most of the technologies, or rather all of the technologies I am going to talk about are the technologies developed at Central Institute of Agriculture Engineering. I understand that besides us also there are many institutes like IFPT is there, CFIT is there, then lots of SAUs are there which are running the centers of AICRP on PHET. So all of them have also developed variety of technologies. But today I'm going to focus more on the technologies developed at CIE because I feel that these are the technologies which are more appropriate for the Central India regions. And what type of technological support we give to entrepreneurs? At Central Institute of Agriculture Engineering, we promote entrepreneurship through HRD, we promote through trainings, capacity buildings. Then we have a facility for business incubation and handholding. Then we also we promote technology commercialization through prototype production, license agreement, collaborative R&D, consultancy, contract research, and also IPR management. Then post-harvest machinery testing. So these are the ways that we interact with entrepreneurs and we hold their hands or we guide them in making their enterprise a successful enterprise. So when we talk of entrepreneurship, especially in the sector of food processing and especially again with the technologies which have been developed at ICRCIE. Is there any problem? Am I audible?
Continue. Yes, sir. Audible. Please continue.
Okay. So entrepreneurship, we promote entrepreneurship through primary processing. And one of the major way of promoting primary processing is development of agro processing centers, especially in the case of products like durables, food grains, oil seeds and all, and then pack houses, especially for the horticultural products. Then there could be custom hiring, which could be involving machineries which are stationary machineries or mobile machineries. Now, let me tell you at this juncture that government of Madhya Pradesh is very much promoting agricultural engineering, and the Directorate of Agriculture Engineering at Government of Madhya Pradesh is doing a wonderful job, and they have launched this custom hiring of agriculture machinery sometimes back, and from this year onwards custom hiring of agro-processing machineries has also been included. So there is a lot of scope for establishment of agro-processing center or establishment of custom hiring facilities with mobile machineries with investment of up to around 25 lakh rupees, and government is giving some kind of subsidies. Although we as a research organizations, we don't get involved in subsidy business, but nevertheless, we are the technology providers, or we are kind of people who can give you assistance in selection of technologies and then give you a training. Then other type of entrepreneurship development is through product development. My earlier speaker, Dr. Ananda Ramakrishnan, he also talked about variety of innovative products that the Institute IIFPT has developed. We also have developed a variety of products, some of which are conventional and some of which are innovative. And then another avenue for entrepreneurship development is manufacturing of machines. You see, for running all these businesses, there needs to be somebody who manufactures the machine, a quality machine. And then we are into design of machinery, development of pilot plants, along with development of the processes. So we also give licenses for machine manufacturing. In fact, these are some of the things which I would start with. Primary processing. So primary processing is a very good value addition technology. In fact, we don't realize, but many of our clientele or our stakeholders, like farmers, they tell us that when they are cleaning their grain and selling, they are getting something like 2 to 3 rupees per kg additional. So these are some of the very small and which can be established on the field itself, these type of devices. As you can see on the left side of your screen is a spiral grader, a very good machine, especially for crops like pigeon pea or arhar or soybean or any kind of round crop. It is a very cheap machine or economical machine, costing something like 4,000 to 6,000 rupees depending on the material that has been used. And in many governments, including Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Chhattisgarh, and some other governments, government is giving some kind of subsidy on use of this. This machine doesn't require any kind of motor or any operating part is not there, any moving part is not there. You simply fill up the hopper from the top and just open the lid of the hopper, and the material flows down, and the round material and non-round material. So if you are talking of, say, soybean, so broken soybean and whole soybean, that gets separated. Or if suppose there is a mixture of some other kind of grain, or wheat into soybean or wheat into some mustard or something like that, if something has mixed up, this machine would be able to separate them into two. So spiral grader is a very good simple machine, and not only use of this by farmers is promoted, but also manufacturing. Then the two machines on the top you see are simple sieves. The central one is a hanging type sieve. Again, there is no requirement of any motor or any engine or anything. It is a manually operated machine, and it has a two sieves. And you see in sieving, the major problem is that the load of the whole grain comes on the person who is sieving. So in this case, that can be avoided just by hanging the whole system on a tree or on any kind of hook on the top of roof, and that's all. Then you need one small stand like thing here, which can keep the mouth of your gunny bag open. So only one person is required for operation and filling up of the gunny bag. You don't need anybody else for that. Even ladies can operate this. Then on the right side top, you see a pedal cum power operated cleaner cum grader. And this machine is either can be operated by pedal, or you can remove this whole thing and you can operate it by a half HP machine, half HP motor. It gives a capacity of around 300 to 800 kg per hour, depending on whether you are running it by pedal or and type of crop also. And then in both these machines, there are sieves which reciprocate, and in this machine there is a blower which removes the lighter impurities. Another thing is, in both these machines you can change these sieves. So depending on the crop that you are going to clean, you can change the sieves. So both these machines are multi-purpose, and there are several manufacturers of these machines in the market. So and even now there are many manufacturers coming up for taking license for manufacturing of this. At the bottom, you see a cleaner for fruits and vegetables. At a later stage, I will show you something more that we have developed in fruits and vegetables. This is another graders for fruits and vegetables. So two different types of graders we have developed. One is expanding gap type, and another is diverging belt type grader. And both these graders can be used for multiple of commodities, but especially for the round commodities, where you can separate the commodities based on their size. The right one is running on a half HP motor, and the left one, it runs on a 2 horsepower motor, and you can see that their capacity is also varying. And these type of machines can be very useful at places like mandis. And as I told that we can change these machines to grade different types of crops. We can adapt these machines to use different types of crops. So one machine or a couple of machines at a mandi or can be a very good option for entrepreneurship. Then this is another packing line that we have recently developed, which is a complete packing line which uses washing on the far end side, and then inspection table is there. And then there is here at one place there are sensors installed which weigh the fruits, and then there are other sensors also installed who check the color of the fruits. And based on the color and weight, based on the color, the product is either accepted or the product is rejected. And based on the weight, it is then sorted into different categories like light, medium, and heavy. And this is all programmable. So again, as I told, this can be used for variety of other products. Like at present, we have done it for citrus, but it can be used for apple. It can be used for some other round products also. Even lemon and banana, oranges, not banana at present, but later on at some point of time, we would be able to do it. The beauty of these things is all these things are import substitutes. Their costs are much less than what is the imported machines cost. I am told that the imported machines of this capacity, they cost something in the tune of 10 to 15 lakh rupees, whereas this particular machine for us, it has costed something like 2 lakh rupees. So maybe if somebody is doing commercial production, he might be able to do it even at less price. Okay, these are some other, again, some manually operated machines, very small and wonderful machines, which could be used for community kind of entrepreneurship, especially the women's self-help groups or these type of activities, wherein you want to involve, you see what has happened because of this COVID situation, lot of labor has come back to villages. And we assume that these labor, they are the person who probably would not like to work on the fields, but they would be willing to work in small enterprises, willing into small factories or processing facilities. So I think somebody is unmuted, so there is some disturbance. So anyway, so these type of small tools are there. This is a very small tool which is used for separation of kernel or grain from maize, but this is for dry maize. And this is a very simple technique. You just put a maize inside and then just rotate it, and you get it. Its capacity is like 30 to 40 kg per hour. And then these are two devices which can be used for decortication of groundnuts. So based on these, one can establish a small unit Along with this, there are some packaging machines, so one can go for making small packets of maize or small packets of groundnut, half kg, 1 kg, like that. And the beauty of these machines is that there is no damage to the kernel. Even in this case, there is no damage to the kernel. And nowadays, there are some entrepreneurs who are finding it difficult to sell their sweet corn in the market. So we are suggesting them that it's better that you dry your sweet corn, store it, and whenever and slowly then use these type of machines. Get the niblets separated, then wet it, and then package it and sell it into the fresh market. So that type of enterprise can also be successful using these small machines. And not only you are making an enterprise, but you are also giving some kind of jobs to the people who have migrated back to the villages. Okay, millets and some other kind of grains. There are milling machines that we have developed on the left side. Of course, this is a very old development, and nowadays many of the small milling machines are available. Very good. But the second one is the one that we have recently developed for millets. Millets are now catching up in the market, especially the upscale market, because of their low glycemic index and because of their high mineral content. And the one of the biggest problems with millets is minor, especially when I'm talking of minor millets like kodo, kutki, or ragi, or these type of millets are there. So one of the major problems is removing their hull and removing their hull without much breakage. So this is a machine that in the center that we have developed, and then later on we have come out with a improved model also. And this machine we have given licenses to more than 6 or 7 manufacturers in India who are manufacturing this and then giving it to the entrepreneurs. On the right, you see a dal mill. A dal mill. Variety of institutes in India, many institutes of India like CFTRI, then IIPR, Kanpur, and then Pantnagar University and Akola. Many places dal mills have been developed. We also have developed a dal mill which has a capacity of 100 kg per hour. And along with this, you need another set of machine, that is cleaner grader. And for every dal mill, there is a kind of process that involves along with it. So, and majority of dal mills, as you know, the most difficult pulse to mill is the arhar or tur, which we call. Okay, so these mills have been designed for these type of pigeon pea. This gives a capacity of 100 kg per hour and milling efficiency or output of something like 68 to 72 kg, 72%. Okay, this is that improved millet mill, which costs something like 55,000 rupees. And it's again, it also has a capacity of 100 kg per hour. So essentially, you put your millets from here, and husk and everything is separated and then sucked away, and you get clean millet, what they called millet rice from here. And later on, I will show you that we have a concept of millet processing center. So this could be a very essential component of a millet processing center. Okay, soybean, as I told you, processing of soybean is one of our forte. Since 1985, this institute has been working on using soybean for food. See, basically, Government of India, Department of Agriculture still considers soybean as an oil seed. And India, I agree that majority of the soybean is going for oil extraction. But you should remember that soybean has around 40% of proteins and 18% of fats. So primarily it is a protein crop, but used as an oil seed in India. So the Center of Excellence for Soybean Processing and Utilization that develops a lot of technologies and also operates many entrepreneurship training programs. It's a regular feature. For last 2-3 months, because of COVID situation, we have not been able to organize any training, but it's a regular feature that we organize training program, entrepreneurship development programs in the processing of soybean for food uses. Now, soya protein is the one of the cheapest proteins available that can be consumed by a human being. And there are two ways of consuming this. One way is that you use it in a bakery products or baked products, or use it in chapati. And the other way is that you extract milk out of it and then makes milk related products from it. So we have developed a few machineries which are suitable for processing of soybean. On the left, you see soybean dehuller is there, which has a capacity of around 80 kg per hour. So this machine is essentially used for removal of the hull from or the coat from the soybean. See, there are two problems in soybean. One is that its hull is not consumable, and another problem is that it has an enzyme called trypsin inhibitor that needs to be deactivated before consumption. So then there is a complete process of how to make soybean seeds free from the trypsin inhibitor, and then you can make full fat soya flour, and then can be used in different bakery products, or you can use this plant that has been shown on the screen to make soya milk. So this is a boiler, and this is our main machine that grinds the soybean, overnight soaked soybean, and after it is ground, then under evaporated condition, it is ground, and then this comes out, and then we remove the milk from here, and there is a byproduct coming here that is called okara. So this okara is also useful, and this okara can be, since it has already been exposed to steam here, so this okara can directly be used as a protein supplement as well as filler in many of the sweets, what we call mithais. So that is also a very good use of okara. And then we are also trying to develop some other technologies of extraction things from okara. But anyway, at present, what I am trying to tell you that this particular liquid that comes out, that is strained, and then you get milk. Now this milk can be again given a one boil, and it can be flavored and packed and sold as soya milk, or it can be converted into tofu. Making of tofu is a similar process as we make paneer from milk. So that's why many people call tofu as soya paneer. But of late, we have seen that we have seen that people have started appreciating tofu. Now there is another advantage of soya milk, especially for the people who are lactose intolerant. For them, drinking soya milk, because it doesn't have any kind of lactose, so drinking of soya milk is recommended to them. Number two, there is a good size of people who are turning into vegans. So for them also, soya milk is one of the cheapest milks, other than say almond milk or groundnut milk or some other milks, as shown by my previous speaker. So these are some of the alternatives, and this particular thing, this is a tofu, which is a similar thing to paneer, which has a similar texture to paneer. And in North India, especially Punjab, Haryana, and Western Uttar Pradesh, Delhi, even Gujarat and some part of Maharashtra, there are many people who relish eating this tofu along with some sauce. So I am aware of some entrepreneurs in Punjab who are making this tofu and selling 50 to 100 grams of tofu along with some chaat masala and some ketchup. And people who are going to college or some even the evening joints, they enjoy these type of things. Simply take tofu, dip in the ketchup, put some masala and have it like that. Then there is a good amount of people going to gym who are very much concerned about the protein they consume or want more protein. So they are also consumers of soybean. Okay. Then other than that, we have some machineries which are for aloe vera gel extraction. So far, whatever aloe vera products that you are getting in market, they are all the gel extracted from gel, and that gel is extracted manually, because the skin of aloe vera has a component called aloevine, which is slightly bitter and which is not desired in the gel, and that's why we developed this machine. We have a center in Coimbatore who have developed this machine, and this is now available commercially for extraction of gel from aloe vera. Then banana central core. Although this is not a product very popular in India, in North India, but in South India, especially Tamil Nadu, there are people who eat the banana central core. That is the product. Once the banana is harvested, whatever plant is remaining, its stem is taken, and then it is used for variety of things. This is one of that. You remove the central core, you make slices, then you can make dices, and this can be consumed. The dices can be consumed as such, as a in curry or vegetable curry, or then you can go for grinding of this, extracting fibers, and then taking out juice. Now, this particular juice is considered to be having some therapeutic value, especially for the people who are having some kind of kidney stones or kidney problems. I have seen people in Coimbatore standing in queue to buy this banana central core juice, 100 ml bottles. So this could be one of the possible products that can even go in central India. And even during this process, the fiber that is extracted here, this fiber has also some industrial demand. Then I didn't include it here, but banana stem, the outer, the central core is taken as juice extraction, but the outer core can be used for extraction of fiber and then making some kind of rope from that. Making some rope from that. Then comes drying. Drying is one of the most age-old practices for preservation of any kind of food products. So these are some of the dryers that we have developed of late. On the right side, you see this is a tray dryer which is suitable for vegetables. On the left side top, this is a solar cum biomass fired dryer, which is suitable not only for fruits, vegetables, but also for dal drying, or wherever you want to do it slowly, and you want to use the facility overnight also. So this is the one used for that. On the bottom is a dryer that is used for very light products like leaves drying. Like in South India, they want curry leaves drying, or it could be drying of some other leaves also. Moringa leaves are another product which is getting exported a lot. Moringa leaf. So these type of dryers could be used for these products, drying them, packaging them, and then selling them. Okay. Ripening, as you know, that farmers, when they harvest things for a long distance market, they cannot harvest many products like banana, like mango, like papaya, like sapota. All these products, they are harvested mature but raw, because they have to sustain the vibrations during transportation. So they are harvested mature but raw, and then they are ripened at the point of sale. And the most common method of ripening is use of some kind of ethylene producing agent, and the most common product that is used is calcium carbide. Basically, calcium carbide is banned because it doesn't produce ethylene sufficiently, number one. Number two, it has a lot of heavy metals in it, because the calcium carbide that is used is of industrial grade, and use of calcium carbide is banned, but it is very cheap, and there was no alternative for that. So of late, it has been stopped use, but since when we have given these type of technologies. So this is a chamber in which we place our product. This is 1 ton capacity chamber. Although now large capacity chambers are commercially available, and even larger facilities like cold storage facilities are also there. But this is for peri-urban area and small area where one can install 4 such chambers, and all days he can have his product ripened. So it takes around 4 days for ripening. The ripening quality is even, and it is a very good quality. You get 1 day additional shelf life of the product because of controlled ripening, and we are using ethylene gas in this type of ripening facilities, which is permitted and which is safe for ripening also. Then moringa leaf, as I told you, that moringa leaf is one of the food supplements which is getting a very good boost in European market and even in Indian upscale markets also. And moringa leaf extraction, we have developed a machine for that, and as I showed you, a dryer can be used, or these walk-in tunnel type dryers can also be used for drying of moringa leaves. And this is a machine that can be used for development of an enterprise. Then this is another enterprise which is a very good, could be very good for urban area, especially the area around cities, which is minimal processing of cut vegetables. As you know that when both husband and wife are working, there is hardly any time for getting cut vegetables. And especially in this situation of COVID-19 threat, many people are getting concerned about the fruits or vegetables that they are getting in their house. Are they safe? Should I need to wash them? How should I wash them? So one can establish these type of small plants with a capacity of say 40 to 80 kg per hour, and then they can assure the consumer that this particular product has not been exposed to any kind of harmful chemicals. This particular product is free from any kind of infections. So this particular plant, this uses different types of trimmers or different type of cutting devices. Then it uses washing devices, especially here we are using ozone for washing of the product, then dewatering, then UV packaging, and then UV treatment. So all these things which are very much physical in the nature, and which do not have any kind of residual effect on the food product. And then the product like vegetables or even fruits, they are ready for consumption or ready for cooking. So this type of convenience value is also going. And you might have seen now that in some of the larger markets, upscale markets, there are some vegetables coming which are already pre-cut vegetables. But at present, everything is done manually. Lots of hands are touching the product. Hygiene and the safety of the product is not guaranteed. But if somebody is using this type of technology, they can guarantee that the product is not hand touched, or the product is hygienically processed, and the product is safe for consumption. So our stakeholders could be large farmers, FPOs, or mandi boards, and all those. Then, as I told you, agro-processing center is one of the concept that we have been promoting for quite a long time. This is a facility where variety of machineries are available. It could be a flour mill, it could be a dal mill, it could be a masala mill, it could be oil mill, it could be many kind of, depending on the catchment, production catchment, one can establish different types of machinery in it. These machineries could be used for hiring also, and they can be used as an enterprise also. So the operator can buy some stock and make product and sell, or he can give this machine on hire to somebody else for making their dal or bringing out oil or something like that. So these type of facilities, they can have different machineries, they can have packaging facilities, they can have storage facilities. So all these type of things could be housed in one center, and this will not take more than an investment of around 20 to 25 lakhs. and this is what we are recommending to government of Madhya Pradesh also, to take this as a custom hiring model. Then for a different type of products like millet processing, this is a center we established in Tamia. This is in the tribal area of Madhya Pradesh, wherein they have this millet processing center. They are processing kodo, kutki, sawa, and these type of local millets. And believe me that their value addition goes, sometimes it goes to around 400% value addition. So they need some kind of destoners, they need millet mill, and then there's some kind of purlers. So different types of machines are installed. The total cost of machine comes out to be less than 5 lakh rupees. And then they are operating this on both the models. Number one is as a hiring. So what happens, the tribals, they bring their own material, they come here, they get it milled, they pay something like 2 to 4 rupees per kg, as many of us are habitual at doing in atta chakki. So similar way, they are also paying 4-5 rupees per kg of milling cost. Or even this, the agency who are operating this, they are sometimes buying the raw material and then packaging it as it is shown here, and then after packaging it is being sold into market. For other millets, like major millets like sorghum, even bajra, and even for kodo, we have developed for fermented millet flakes. I'm sorry. Hello. Take. Okay, I'm sorry for this disturbance. So this is a complete in this plant. I have not shown you the fermentation part, but fermentation is one of the processes that increases shelf life, and that also enhances some of the positive effects of millets and reduces some of the negative effects of the millets. You see, with millets, the problem is that they have certain amount of oil in them, and because of that, then they have certain tannins in them, and because of that, it is difficult to store them for a long time, and sometimes their consumption also causes problem. So we have developed a complete technology of fermenting these large millets like sorghum or bajra or even kodo, and then making flakes out of it. And then these flakes could be stored for a longer time. This is a complete plant which has a capacity of around 40 kg per hour. And this also has a flaking machine other than this whole conveying system, and then there is one fermenter which is installed in this place. Okay, so this is up till now I have been talking about millets or food grains. Then of late we have developed some more technologies which are more environmental friendly. Making of resins, or what we call in Hindi as kishmish, is one of the most chemical intensive techniques. We never realize this, but the conventional method of making resins is very much chemical intensive method. See what happens if you keep grape just outside, it will rot, but it will probably never dry. It will never convert into this kind of resins. Majority of the grapes, unless it has some kind of damage on its skin. Okay, that is because on top of the skin grapes there is a waxy layer, and this waxy layer prevents removal of moisture. Okay, so for removal of this waxy layer, they are using a lot of chemicals, and these the whole bunch of grape that is dipped into those chemicals, then taken out, then they are put on these type of trays for drying, and then in between also there would be some kind of chemical spray going on so that the waxy layer gets removed, and then the drying takes place. Now this whole drying process using chemicals, and then after drying again you need to wash it a little bit so that the chemical gets off. So you need a lot of water. That water is polluting the soil, and the whole process of drying, it takes around 21 days. Now we have come up with set of machineries and a drying protocol that reduces this drying time to around 4 to 5 days. Number one, that doesn't use any kind of chemicals. No chemicals are used at all. And the resins which are coming out, they are of comparable quality. Of course, since we are not using any kind of chemicals in the industry, a lot of the bleaching chemicals and other types of chemicals are also being used for making of resins. So we are not using any type of those things. So if anyone is claiming that they are giving organic resins, so normally I would say that they are making a false claim. They are making resins from grapes made of organic source or organic grapes. So organic grapes, further, if you are passing through this system, then only you can claim that these resins are the organic resins. So this is a system which is a very cost benefit ratio. Also, we have calculated that as because it uses less labor, it uses less chemical, it uses less time. So production cost per kg of resin also comes down. So this is the recent development, and we have now at present we are demonstrating this technology in Pune, and we are ready to transfer this technology for manufacturing of these machines, and so that it can be taken up as an enterprise in the grape production areas. So there are some areas in Madhya Pradesh also which are adjacent to Maharashtra, where there are some grape production is going on. And as Dr. Ramakrishnan said, Anand Ramakrishnan, he said that wine is another sector. So for any kind of fruits and vegetables, there is one sector that is fermentation and another sector is drying, which increases the shelf life of the product. So this is an alternative to not only grapes. We believe that some other fruits also, which can be converted into resins, can be processed through these machines. Then Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, these are the two major states producing onions. And storage of onion is one of the biggest challenge, especially the onion which has been harvested from Rabi, the onion which is harvested somewhere in the month of say April or even later stage, April, May, June, something like that. So that type of onion that at present, like few weeks ago, the onion was costing something like 5 to 10 rupees a kg. And after the monsoon season is over, the same onion, its price will go to 40, 50, 60, 80, 100, 160. We don't know to what extent it will go. So it is very common to have onions costing like 100 rupees a kg in big cities. In smaller cities, it might be something 70 to 80 rupees a kg, or vice versa. Also, sometimes it increases. The person who makes most profit is the person who stores onion. And the storage losses in the onion, although one of our studies says that the losses are something in the tune of 30 to 30%, but that has been a limited study. But in general, it is accepted that the losses are somewhere around 40 to 50% in the stored onion, especially during the these monsoon period. It is very much during these 5 to 6 months, we lose almost 40 to 50% of the onions. So this is a structure that we have developed, a structure along with the protocol of aeration, and some chemical treatment also is given during this. So this is a 1 ton structure, which could be modular. So you can have different modules of 1 ton, and then you can store onion. In fact, we now recently have developed another structure which is of 3 ton capacity. So 3 ton structures you can have, and in place of the Charles structure that is at present very prevalent, in that place these type of structures could be installed. and these structures are rust proof. These structures can be placed outside also, and in fact we are trying to make it such a way that they don't even require any kind of motor or blower for aeration. This is a very good challenge that we have accepted and we have taken over, and the losses we have reduced. The weight loss has been reduced to around 20% for a period of 6 months of storage. Then rotting and sprouting has been reduced drastically. These are the few of the major losses which we have reduced to say 5% and 0.67% for the entire period of 5 to 6 months of storage. So this is a very good structure that people can take, design and manufacture, and then supply it into the onion production area. Along with this also there is another machine that we have developed, that is the onion descaling structure, descaling machine. So there is a common practice in onion value chain that in the mid season they will remove all the onion from the storage structure. They will remove the scale, loose scale that is adhering on top of it, and then they will fill it back. So this particular design of the structure, this facilitates quick removal of the onion from the structure, and then descaling machine can be used for descaling of the loose scales and fill it back into the structure. So considerable amount of labor is reduced in that, and the cost of processing comes down drastically. Then not only the structures or not only big machines, of late we have started working on the automation of storage. So these are some of the devices that we have recently developed, which are wherein we are employing different types of sensors, and these type of devices can be put inside some storage structures, and they are helping in alert generation. So they are not very expensive kind of structure systems, costing something in the range of say 15 to 20,000 rupees, and then they can be installed in a storage structure. And as soon as the storage conditions deteriorate beyond the preset conditions, beyond your decided conditions, there would be some kind of alert that can go into your mobile also, or that can be giving some kind of siren or some kind of light emitting. So different types of alerts can be generated, and then appropriate corrective measures, means aeration or maybe fumigation or some kind of corrective measures can be taken up. So rather than doing this forcibly, so rather than doing fumigation 3 or 4 times, even if it is not required, so you can reduce your number of fumigations. In this case, you can do your fumigation or aeration at the appropriate time when you need to do it. So these are some of the advantages of these type of systems. And then later on, these systems can be integrated with devices like IoT or artificial intelligence can be incorporated in them. Okay. Now, up till now, I was talking of the hardware that we have developed. We have people working with us who are also developing products. So ultimately, as a processor, as an entrepreneur, you might be interested in making products and making them available in the market. And variety is the key. Looks, of course, they are also important. But nowadays, when people are more conscious about the nutrition, people are more conscious about the functionality of the food that they are taking, more conscious about getting some kind of specific benefit from the food that they are getting. They are not very much into the look of the food, but still we are trying to develop some innovative products which can be replacement of certain products which are already there in the market, or which can be very good nutrition products. So here on the top, you can see top row, we have developed some ready to cook mixes. So they are simple. You open it, you pour some hot water into it, cook it for 3 to 4 minutes with hot water, or pour some water into it and or put it in boiling water for 4 to 5 minutes, and then the product is ready. All the ingredients, including condiments and everything, they have been included in this, except for the garnishings which are been shown in the picture. But other than that, everything is included in ready to eat, ready to cook mixes. On the bottom row, you see fermented sorghum flour. Fermented, it doesn't give any fermented taste, but because of this, sorghum flour, which can be stored for say 10 to 15 days, can now be stored up to 45 days. So this is an added advantage of our fermentation process. And not only that, but certain minerals which are otherwise not available to body, so those minerals are now getting available to the body, and certain tannins and all other products which are earlier causing problem, they are reduced in this. Then on the right bottom, you see there is another product, as I showed you earlier, pilot plant of making flakes. So this sorghum is converted into flakes, and then you mix some dried vegetables and some condiments into it, and then your masala sorghum mix is ready, which is something like a product that is available in the market for oats, masala oats. So it is very similar to that. Rather than having oats, you are having sorghum. So all the benefits of sorghum, like low glycemic index, high fiber content, and other high minerals, and all these benefits you are getting into this. And especially sorghum is a major product of central India, central and central South India. So there is a huge opportunity for development of entrepreneurship based on this sorghum flakes based mix. Then coming to some nutrition innovative products, these are especially the complementary foods. We had a project sponsored by ICAR, under which we had to develop complementary foods for children who have just been weaned out. So after weaning, children needs a high energy product, and as you know that they start developing some kind of taste. So there needs to be variety of products. So these are different types of. So on the left side, you see this is a spread kind of product which is made of soybean, which is having some oils also, some other ingredients also, and this is very high in energy as well as protein. So it can be just a half spoon of the product is sufficient for a child, along with bread, paratha, chapati, or biscuits, or crackers, or cookies. It can be had, and this product is very less in moisture content, so it can be stored for 6 months just like that. So this is a very innovative product that we developed. Then on the right side, and here you can see some of the products which are based on fruits and vegetables. Some of them are smoothies, some of them are strained foods. So this particular strained food, this is a very good product for just after the weaning of a child, when the child cannot eat things, doesn't have teeth, but at that time you want to give the child some kind of benefits of fruits and vegetables. So these type of smoothie, these type of strained foods without use of any kind of chemicals or any preservatives, we have developed. This can be fed to children. Then these are sprinkles. So at the bottom here, you can see these are sprinkles. These sprinkles are rich in nutrition, and they can be just sprinkled over the regular food. So any kind of food, let us say dal or any product that you want to enrich with some kind of nutritions. So these sprinkles are there. You simply sprinkle it over your food product before giving it to the child. And then these kind of bars, they are now quite popular among slightly older children and even the young generation. They want to have these kind of bars which give a lot of energy and protein, and they can be had on the go. So these type of products, we have technologies for these type of products. We can sell licenses, and along with license, we also give complete know-how of the technology. These are some more products which can go in the nutrition programs of the government. In the government-based nutrition program, at times they want some products which are very similar to the products which are already consumed in the rural areas, or children coming to Anganwadis or lactating mothers. So for those type of people, we have developed some products which for which people are habitual, like laddus are there and matris and these type of products, or these the sattu kind of products. So these type of products are also, we have technologies for that, and we can guide different prospective entrepreneurs in these technologies. Now, Dr. Anand Ramakrishnan was also talking about the omega-3 fatty acids, omega-6 fatty acids, and people from especially who are into consumption of foods of plant origin, for them the linseed or flaxseed is the richest source of omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids. And we have developed variety of products from omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids, like crackers and bars and cookies and extrudeds. And we have complete technology for these type of products. And all these products have been tested at the third-party laboratories to ensure that whatever claims that we are making on its nutritional value, those claims are standing. So then coming to some more bakery related products, like I told, millets and soybean and then moringa, and these are all now buzzwords. There are consumers in market who are looking for these type of products, and variety of products can be made available to consumers in the form of breads, in the form of salty biscuits, in the form of sweet biscuits. So these all the technologies that we can offer. Soybean products, as I was telling you earlier, once you make soya milk, you can go for different products like this rasgulla, and then from full fat soya flour, you can go for biscuits and these different kinds of savories, traditional and non-traditional foods. So everything for everything, we provide trainings, we provide technologies. These are some more soya-based food products that for which we provide trainings. These are again some soya-based food products. Soya butter is there, then laddus are there, and then some bars are there. So different, we have a complete basket of products, some of which are gluten-free, some of which are, a majority of them are like lactose-free, then some are rich in calcium, some are rich in energy, some are, majority of them are rich in protein, then some are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, omega-6 fatty acids. So all these type of technologies we have, and these technologies we are developing, and we are interacting with our stakeholders through collaborative projects or giving away the technologies. We have a business incubation unit with us, where we not only for, I'm focusing on only one, so all our other aspects are also taken care. So agro-produce processing and value addition. So in that, I will show you the list of the technologies that we are offering for incubation. The idea of incubation is that entrepreneur should not invest on the machinery beforehand unless the entrepreneur gets complete confidence in the market, in the technology, and in the product. So these are some of the incubation units we are. So I'm showing all of them. So soya processing is there. Then these are the technologies that we are offering under incubation. Modern dal mill, millet processing, minimal processing of fresh cut vegetables and fruits also. Then ripening chamber, onion paste making, then feed plant, onion storage, process technology for soya chop and nuts, multi-nutrient based products from soya butter, chemical-free grape resins, and soya millet-based baked products. So these are the technologies that we are now offering for agri incubation. And this is incubation support that we give. And whatever machines or equipment we have, it's not necessary that you have to come up with only our technologies. If an entrepreneur has his own idea, his own product, we also help them in development of their own innovative ideas or products. And then if we have our machinery with them, with us, those machineries can be given to the entrepreneur or prospective entrepreneur for use and for access for business promotion for about a period of 6 months. So this is how we do it. We create awareness programs. We give facility visits to our prospective entrepreneurs. Then we also do hand holding. So this is our entrepreneur business incubator who developed cut vegetables. This is our incubator who developed the onion paste. And then this is our incubator who was into ripening chamber. This is our incubator who was in the dal milling. So different types of technologies, and then they are selling it to the market. And once they get confidence, this is not a very quick process. It takes time. There are many channels, many commercial challenges. So once they cross all these things, when they learn the ropes of the business, they then go into the business. Okay, we also give them ample opportunity for exposure in television and doing these things. Then, as I told, we also have a post-harvest machinery testing center. So those who are into the development of machinery, for them we are extending this facility of testing the machinery and certifying them as per the BIS standards, so that they can supply these machineries into different government programs. This is our contact address. We are at Bhopal, although we have a research regional center at Coimbatore also. And this is all from my side. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. And some question here I'm displaying on your screen. So please provide the suitable answer to the participants.
Okay. Non-destructive quality evaluation of fruits that can be used by fruit sellers. You see, non-destructive quality evaluation of fruits, if you are meaning non-destructive internal quality evaluation, then things are under development only. So sellers, of course, there was one device developed based on X-ray that we developed, but it was quite expensive. And one device was developed by Siri Chennai that was also based on X-rays. But at present, this technology is quite expensive for common people to have. So at present, I would say that in the market as such, as a commercial level, not much is available for fruit sellers. How farmers or self-help groups can benefit with the technologies developed by CIAE. See, the technologies that we have developed, number one is many of these technologies have been licensed to our commercial manufacturers. So small technologies like groundnut decorticator, it costs something like 2,000 rupees, or the maize sheller costs something like 80 rupees. So self-help groups can buy these small devices in a sizable number, let us say 5 to 10 or 20 machines, and then all the members of self-help group, they can use this. That is one possibility. Another possibility is that they can buy these machines which are motor operated or slightly larger capacities. So then they can establish agro processing center or millet processing center or some kind of processing center which can be operated by a group of people. So that is how we can provide you addresses of our license holders, and you can buy machineries from them. Although CIAE also has one prototype manufacturing workshop, but it caters to mostly the government supplies or supplies for promotion of machine rather than commercial use. Is there any training provision at your center for subject matter specialist home science for better exposure? See, for subject matter specialist, we have a CAFT Center for Advanced Faculty Training. And every year we conduct 1 or 2 training programs of 21 days or 10 days, depending on the demand. And for that, things are on ICR CBP portal. there is a cbp.icr.gov.in or something, some address is there. You can search on Google for CBP and you can find it out. So on CBP portal, you can get information on on the trainings which are for subject matter specialists. But other than that, also for entrepreneurs, we are regularly organizing soybean processing entrepreneurship training. Every 2 months, we organize a paid training, which is costing something like 10 to 11,000 rupees for a period of 6 days. And this is a completely hands-on training. Then National Horticulture Board has also accredited us for training on post-harvest handling as well as cold storage management. So at different times we organize these paid trainings for horticulture processing also, for which our website, as I showed you earlier, www.ciae.nic.in. So on that regularly we publish information. Which chemical process is used for onion storage? Chemical process. There is a fumigation done during the storage of onion. We are using some sulfur-based fumigation and then aeration. So air and sulfur, these are the two things which are used in appropriate proportion for inhibiting the fungal contamination and then preventing the sprouting. What about marketing of developed products and cope up with the present competition? See, we are technology providers. As far as marketing is concerned, marketing of product is concerned, definitely that is one of the challenges, and that is why we have come up with this incubation facility, so that anybody who is coming up, he need not to invest on machinery and find out that he is not the one who is the correct person for this. We have seen some of our incubators not turning into an entrepreneur at a later stage, because they found that there were some glitches in the procurement and finance and marketing of the product. But yes, marketing is one of the challenges that probably the entrepreneur has to take care of, because we are giving some kind of innovative products. Now, how you can sail onto that? I will just give you a small example here. You see, majority of us, we prefer dal as polished. But when Tata sells Tata I Shakti brand, they say that our dal is unpolished. So in the name of Tata, when a brand is associated with some product, that unpolished dal, which is not polished and which cost of production is maybe slightly less, but still it is sold at a higher price. So this is how one entrepreneur has to find out in the market, has to click their product into among the consumers. So of course we are giving a very limited opportunity for marketing of the product, but that will be also limited to Bhopal or near around, because that is our geographical boundary for incubation center.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Provide us such a nice information about the machine developed by the CIAE. These machines are very useful to our new incubatee and new business starting participants. So now I am requesting you. Now I am requesting to Dr. Das. Please give your valuable presentation to our participants. And thank you so much once again to Dr.
All right,
Nachiket, sir.
Thank you very much to RVS KVV for giving me this opportunity, and especially to Professor Rao. And I'm sure Dr. Das will continue from where I stopped.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Sir, Dr. Das, sir, your voice is not coming here. So please check your mic is properly connected to your system, because your mic is unmute, but voice is not here. No, sir. Your voice is not not hearing your voice, sir. Your mic is connected properly. But voice is not coming, sir. No, sir, your voice is not coming, sir. Your voice is not coming. Video is very good. Video is very good, but voice is not hearing, sir. I hope you are using a laptop. But maybe there is some problem about the mic because your mic is unmute, so that there is no problem from our side. It is only from your side. Please once again disconnect the mic and connect again. No, sir, your voice is not coming, sir. Sir, I requesting you. I am removing from you here for some time and then again add to you. Sir, please, I request you ki please restart your system. Sir, please restart your system. Then we are very sorry that some technical problem is coming in Dr. Das system. So I requested to all participants to please keep online, and we will back after 1 or 2 minutes. So please keep online. योर वॉइस इज एक्चुअली सर, आप सिस्टम जब ऑन करते हैं तो मुझे लग रहा है कि आप माइक को नहीं करते. यूजिंग विथ सिस्टम माइक एक ऑप्शन आता है सर, यूजिंग अ कंप्यूटर ऑडियो ऐसा करके ऑप्शन आता है. जब आप कनेक्ट करते हैं इसको तो उसको ओके कर दीजिए सर. यस, आई कनेक्ट विथ कंप्यूटर ऑडियो. एंड देन प्लीज सर, आई रिक्वेस्ट यू leave the studio from your side. After then once again attend the studio, please. No sir, your voice is not coming, sir.
See, what I will suggest one thing. What he can probably do is, at the bottom, share screen button is there. Left it is a wheel button is there. Camera, mic settings at the bottom of your screen. So you go to that camera, mic setting, go to audio, and
can you listen me now?
Yes.
Okay sir. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, thank you sir.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay. Sir, please share your screen, sir.
Just a minute. Please allow me to open my presentation first.
Okay, okay.
But I think you have to allow me to share.
You first share, then he will.
I have opened the share window, but somehow it is.
You have to click on share button, sir. Also,
Yes. You have to allow me to share.
dialog box. You have seen a share button. Then click on share button. Then I can allow you, sir.
I have clicked actually.
Okay.
Every platform has its own problem, teething troubles.
No, in the morning we had this one.
एक्चुअली सर जो डायलॉग बॉक्स डिस्प्ले होगा उस पे एक बार क्लिक कर दीजिए तो शेयर बटन एक्टिवेट हो जाएगा.
नहीं, ये तो है actually. I have already shared.
Stop sharing and do it again once more.
प्लीज सर जैसा कह रहे हैं एक बार स्टॉप शेयरिंग पे क्लिक करके दोबारा कर लीजिए सर.
Are you getting me now?
नो सर. हाँ एक्चुअली आ गया सर. प्लीज.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, right.
Now, Dr. Das, you won't be able to see us, but
It's fine, no problem.
if there is any problem, we'll let you know.
Okay. But you can see me.
Yes.
Okay.
We can see you.
Okay. Thank you so much. We'll be discussing about value chain management of fruits and vegetables. But before I speak anything, let me first express my sincere thanks to Professor S.K. Rao, the Honorable Vice Chancellor of Rajamata Vijayarada Scindia Krishi Vishwavidyalaya, for inviting me to this session. It's really praiseworthy that the university is organizing such a program during the COVID pandemic. Also, the participation of the eminent speakers and more than 5,000 delegates, as I've been told. So that also assures that all of us are in good health. And I express my gratitude to the Almighty for blessing us with good health. Well, we all know the value addition and food processing are very, very important. And once Dr. S.N. Jha, Dr. Kotaliwale, they have spoken about the value addition opportunities and what are the different modes of value addition. So there is nothing much to say. These are important to reduce the losses, to increase the income, increase employment, variety, and so on. But the real fruit of development of the technologies will be only coming back if the farmers get the adequate return, or at least the actual return for their investments. But unfortunately, the technologies are available and also are being continuously developed. And the technologies also can be outsourced. There is no harm in that if we want to develop the food processing sector. But at the same time, the value chain management is a problem and has to be addressed on location-specific manner. So this is very, very important. Now, also one thing I must tell you. So I'll be going to the first slide. So this is related to the food grains, though not related to the fruits and vegetables. But I could not prevent myself from showing this graph to all of you. Just see that India is riding very high on the agriculture success story. Record-breaking food grain production. From 2006-07, it is around 217 million tons. And we have jumped to more than 275 million tons in 2016 and 17.
Dr. Das, your point is not visible yet.
PowerPoint is not visible?
Yeah.
Okay.
Presentation. Please open your presentation, sir.
It's open.
No, it's not visible.
No, presentation is not here, sir. Only your screen is share, but your presentation is not visible, sir. Please open the presentation file in your system, sir. Your voice is also going off, sir. Please.
No voice, no voice.
No voice, sir.
No.
No voice, sir.
No, audio is not there. Something with microphone. Your microphone, there is some problem.
Hello. No, sir. No voice. Please repeat the process which you can use before some time, sir. वही प्रोसेस फिर से कीजिए जो पहले की थी आपने माइक ऑन करने के लिए. Sir, please restart your system again, sir. Please. No voice. In mic there is some problem, sir. हाँ सर. दास हाँ कुछ प्रॉब्लम तो हो गई. We are very sorry. There is some technical problem, so that we are decided to, this session is over now. So thank you very much to Dr. Nachiket sir, Dr. Jha sir, and Dr. Das sir, and our Vice Chancellor, Dr. S.K. Rao sahab. The today's session is over. Once again, thank you to all of you. Thank you so much.